You find yourself enveloped in a gentle embrace of warmth, the soft light of dawn filtering through delicate curtains, casting a golden hue across the room. As you stir awake, the scent of sandalwood and myrrh wafts in from the open windows, filling your senses with a tranquil essence that feels both foreign and familiar. You are not in your own time. Instead, you are transported to the magnificent palace of King Solomon, nestled in ancient Jerusalem, a city bustling with life and wisdom. The soft chirping of birds outside becomes a melodic backdrop as you rise from your slumber. The air is cool and crisp, and the palace is still cloaked in the hush of early morning, a perfect moment before the day unfolds its many stories. You stretch your limbs, feeling the fine linen sheets slip away, and you sit up, taking in the grandeur of your surroundings. Intricate tapestries adorn the walls, each telling tales of valor and wisdom from the past, while the polished marble floors reflect the soft light, sparkling like the treasures that lie within the palace. You step out of bed, your feet meeting the cool stone floor, and you wander toward the large window. Peering out, you see the first rays of sunlight breaking over the horizon, illuminating the majestic Temple Mount, a vision of splendor rising high above the city. This is a place where faith and governance intertwine, where the wisdom of a king guides the hearts of his people. As you breathe in the fresh morning air, you hear the distant sounds of the market beginning to stir. Merchants are setting up their stalls, showcasing vibrant textiles, fragrant spices, and exquisite jewelry. You can almost taste the honeyed delights and fresh bread that will soon fill your belly. But first you must greet the day as Solomon would. In this moment you feel the weight of a crown resting upon your brow, the responsibilities of leadership pressing against your shoulders. You are not merely a spectator. You are here to experience the life of a king. You make your way to the bathing chamber, where servants await to wash away the remnants of sleep. The warm water cascades over your skin, invigorating and refreshing, awakening every sense. Dressed in fine linen, you admire your reflection in the polished bronze mirror. The attire is regal, a rich blend of colors that signify your status. As you prepare for the day, you can hear the gentle whisper of servants outside, discussing the tasks ahead. They are waiting for your command, eager to serve. Stepping into the grand hall, you are greeted by the sight of advisors already gathered around the long table. Each face reflects the diverse tapestry of your kingdom men and women from various backgrounds, all united in their loyalty to your rule. They rise as you enter, a wave of respect washing over the room. You can feel the energy shift. They are here to discuss matters of state, trade, and the welfare of the people. Your Majesty, one advisor speaks, bowing slightly, we have much to deliberate today. The harvest looks promising, but there are concerns about the neighboring kingdoms. You nod, acknowledging the gravity of their words. The prosperity of your people weighs heavily on your heart. Let us begin, you reply, your voice steady. You take your seat at the head of the table, feeling the power and responsibility that comes with the title of king. As the discussions commence, you listen intently, absorbing every detail. The challenges are many, but so are the opportunities. You find yourself guiding the conversation, weaving your thoughts into the fabric of their strategies. It is a dance of leadership, a blend of wisdom and insight, and you are the conductor. The sun rises higher in the sky, illuminating the room and casting shadows that shift with the movements of the advisors. You can feel the warmth of the day enveloping you, a reminder of the life that pulses outside the palace walls. Yet you remain focused, embracing your role as the shepherd of your people. Suddenly, a commotion outside draws your attention. You glance out the window and see a throng of citizens gathering, eager to voice their concerns. They are the lifeblood of your kingdom, and their voices matter. You rise from your seat, signaling to your advisors that you will attend to the crowd. As you step outside, the sunlight bathes you in a golden glow, and the cheers of your people fill the air. They shout your name, their faces alight with hope and admiration. You approach the gathering, feeling the energy shift as they part to let you through. The sight of their eager faces fills you with purpose. "People of Jerusalem," you call out, your voice resonating through the crowd. "What brings you here today?" A woman steps forward, her voice shaky but determined. "Great King Solomon, we seek your wisdom in matters of justice. Our hearts are heavy, and we seek a resolution." You nod, inviting her to continue. The crowd falls silent, hanging on her every word. It is a moment of connection, a reminder that your role extends beyond governance. It is about serving the very souls who look to you for guidance. You listen as she shares the plight of two mothers, each claiming to be the rightful parent of a newborn child. The tale unfolds, a testament to the depths of love and desperation. You can feel the tension in the air, the weight of responsibility pressing against your chest. This is where your wisdom must shine. As you absorb their words, your mind begins to weave a solution. You think of a way to reveal the truth, a test that will uncover the heart of a mother. "Bring me a sword," you command, feeling the eyes of the crowd upon you, their anticipation palpable. The sword is presented, and you can feel the murmurs ripple through the crowd. "I will divide the child in two," you say, giving each mother half. Gasps fill the air, and you watch as the true mother's face contorts with anguish. She cries out, "No. Please, let her have the child. I would rather lose my claim than see him harmed." In that moment, clarity washes over you. "Give the child to her," you declare, your voice firm. The crowd erupts in applause, and you feel the swell of pride. Justice has been served and wisdom prevails. As the sun begins to dip in the sky, casting golden rays across the city, you return to the palace, your heart lighter. You reflect on the day's events, the connections made, and the lives touched. You realize that your role as king extends beyond politics. It is about nurturing the spirit of your people. As night falls, you find solace in your private chambers. The city is alive outside, the sounds of laughter, music, and celebration filling the air. You close your eyes, allowing the day's events to wash over you, a soothing balm for your soul. In this moment of quietude, you feel the weight of the crown lift slightly, replaced by a sense of fulfillment. You are King Solomon, a ruler, a leader, and a man filled with love and wisdom. As you drift into sleep, surrounded by the echoes of your kingdom, you know that tomorrow will bring new challenges, but also new opportunities to serve. And so, as you slip into the embrace of slumber, the golden light of Jerusalem fades into the distance, and you find peace knowing that your story continues. As the first light of dawn creeps through the windows, you awaken once more in the splendid palace of King Solomon. The gentle sounds of the city come alive around you, the distant clatter of carts in the market, the soft murmur of people beginning their day, and the melodious calls of birds perched on the palace eaves. You sense the rhythm of life returning, and with it your own heartbeat quickens in anticipation of the day ahead. You rise from your bed, the coolness of the marble floor sending a shiver up your spine, invigorating you. The air is filled with the fragrant scent of blooming jasmine and fresh bread wafting in from the kitchens. It beckons you toward the day's rituals, a sacred practice that begins each morning for the wise and revered King Solomon. In the bathing chamber, warm water awaits, infused with fragrant oils and herbs. As you immerse yourself, the heat envelops you, soothing your muscles and awakening your senses. You close your eyes, allowing the warmth to wash over you, and you can almost feel the worries of the world melting away. This is a moment of solitude, a transition from the realm of dreams to the duties of a ruler. Once refreshed, you dress in fine linen robes, the fabric soft and elegant against your skin. You admire yourself in the polished bronze mirror, your reflection a reminder of the responsibilities that lie ahead. The crown of Solomon rests gently upon your brow, a symbol of authority and wisdom, but also of the weight you carry for your people. Stepping into the sunlight that pours through the grand doors, you make your way to the open courtyard. Here the palace awakens in earnest. Servants bustle about, preparing the day's meals and tending to the gardens. You greet them with nods and smiles, their faces brightening at your presence. Every individual plays a role in this magnificent tapestry, and you feel a sense of gratitude for their loyalty and dedication. As you walk through the lush gardens, a sense of tranquility envelops you. The vibrant colors of blooming flowers dance in the gentle breeze, and the sound of water trickling from a nearby fountain creates a soothing melody. This oasis of beauty serves as a reminder of the blessings in your life, but also of the responsibilities that come with them. Your quiet moment is interrupted by the arrival of your chief advisor, Benaiah, a man of sharp intellect and unwavering loyalty. "Your Majesty," he greets, bowing slightly, "the council awaits your presence. There are matters of great importance to discuss." You nod, feeling the familiar tug of duty. The council chamber is a place of strategy and decision-making, where the weight of your crown often feels heavier. You follow Benaiah through the ornate halls, each step echoing the history of your reign. Upon entering the council chamber, you are met with the expectant faces of your advisors. They rise in unison, a sign of respect that reinforces your sense of purpose. You take your seat at the head of the table, feeling the energy shift in the room as discussions begin. Today's topics range from agricultural advancements to diplomatic relations with neighboring kingdoms. You listen intently, weighing each argument and suggestion. The dynamics of leadership unfold before you, a delicate balance of power, wisdom, and compassion. As the discussions deepen, you find yourself reflecting on the nature of governance. Power can be a double-edged sword, and you strive to wield it with integrity. You think of the stories your father shared with you, lessons learned from the past that guide your decisions today. Suddenly, a familiar voice breaks through your thoughts. It is Nathan, the prophet, a man revered for his wisdom and insight. "Your Majesty, as we discuss matters of state, let us not forget the spiritual well-being of our people. A ruler must also nurture the hearts and souls of those he governs." You nod, appreciating the reminder. "Indeed, Nathan, we are not merely stewards of land and wealth. We are guardians of our people's spirit. Let us ensure that our policies reflect our commitment to their welfare." With renewed focus, the council resumes, and you feel the weight of your role settle comfortably upon your shoulders. You are guided by the purpose of serving your people, and their well-being becomes intertwined with your decisions. As the sun rises higher in the sky, casting its warm glow over the council chamber, you find yourself discussing plans for a festival, a celebration of the harvest and the unity of your kingdom. It is a chance for the people to gather, to rejoice, and to strengthen the bonds that tie them together. After hours of deliberation, the council adjourns, and you rise from your seat, stretching your limbs. As you step outside into the courtyard, the warm sunlight envelops you, filling your spirit with renewed energy. The festival will be a grand occasion, a reflection of the prosperity that flows through your realm. You stroll through the gardens, allowing your thoughts to wander. The beauty of the landscape enchants you, and the vibrant colors of the flowers remind you of the richness of life. You pause by the fountain, watching the water dance in the sunlight, a symbol of abundance and renewal. As you lose yourself in contemplation, a gentle voice interrupts your thoughts. It is Nema, one of your beloved wives, her presence a soothing balm. "My king," she says, her eyes sparkling with warmth, "I have been thinking of the festival. Perhaps we could incorporate music and dance to celebrate our unity." You smile, appreciating her insight. She has a way of seeing the beauty in every moment, and her ideas always resonate with the heart of the people. A wonderful suggestion, Nama. Let us ensure that the festival reflects not only our abundance, but also the joy that our people bring to our lives. Together, you walk through the garden, discussing plans for the festival, laughter and ideas flowing freely between you. In these moments, you feel the burdens of leadership lighten, replaced by the joy of companionship and shared purpose. As the day progresses, preparations for the festival begin in earnest. Servants scurry about, gathering supplies, and artisans craft decorations, infusing the palace with excitement. You immerse yourself in the preparations, feeling the anticipation in the air, a reminder of the joy that awaits your people. As evening falls, the palace starts to glow with the warm light of oil lamps, casting flickering shadows that dance along the walls. The sounds of laughter and music begin to fill the air as the preparations reach their climax. You can feel the energy of the approaching festival, a testament to the unity and spirit of your kingdom. In the quiet moments before the celebration, you find yourself reflecting on the journey that has brought you to this point. The responsibilities of kingship weigh heavily, but they are balanced by the love and support of your family and the loyalty of your people. You take a deep breath, allowing the serenity of the night to wash over you. As you prepare to retire for the night, you know that tomorrow will bring new challenges and opportunities. You will stand before your people, a beacon of hope and wisdom, guiding them through the tapestry of life. With thoughts of the festival dancing in your mind, you drift into a peaceful slumber, the gentle sounds of the palace enveloping you like a warm embrace. Tomorrow you will rise once more, ready to embrace the day with the heart of a king and the spirit of a servant. As the first light of dawn filters through the intricately carved windows of the palace, you awaken once more, enveloped in the soft embrace of silk sheets. The gentle sounds of Jerusalem come alive outside early morning, calls of merchants setting up their stalls, the distant laughter of children, and the faint hum of the city awakening. You breathe deeply, savoring the rich aromas of spices and fresh bread wafting in from the kitchens. Today is another day filled with purpose and responsibility. Rising from your bed, you stretch your limbs, feeling the cool air touch your skin. The sun's rays begin to illuminate the room, turning the walls into a canvas of warm hues. You glance around at the opulence surrounding you, the ornate tapestries that tell tales of your ancestors, the polished marble floors that reflect your royal status, and the glimmer of gold in every corner. You make your way to the bathing chamber, where the warmth of the water awaits. As you immerse yourself, the soothing liquid envelops you, washing away the remnants of sleep. You close your eyes, allowing the warmth to rejuvenate your spirit. In this moment of solitude, you think of the tasks that lie ahead and the lives that depend on your wisdom. Once refreshed, you don your royal attire, a flowing robe of deep blue, embroidered with gold threads that shimmer in the light. You catch a glimpse of yourself in the mirror, the crown resting lightly upon your brow, a symbol of authority, wisdom, and the weight of your duties. You feel a familiar blend of pride and responsibility as you prepare to step into your role as king. As you exit your chambers, the palace is already bustling with activity. Servants hurry about, tending to their tasks, and the air is filled with the mingling scents of breakfast being prepared. You greet those you pass with nods and warm smiles, feeling the bond of community that exists within these walls. You make your way to the grand council chamber where your advisors await. The room is vast, adorned with intricate carvings and rich tapestries that depict the history of your reign. As you enter, the advisors rise to their feet, their expressions filled with respect and anticipation. Your Majesty, Benia, your chief advisor, greets you with a slight bow. Today we have pressing matters to discuss: trade agreements, defense strategies, and the welfare of our people. You nod, taking your place at the head of the table. As you settle into your seat, you can feel the energy of the room shift. Each advisor brings their own expertise, and you appreciate the diversity of thought that fuels your decisions. You listen intently as they begin to present their topics. The discussions flow seamlessly, ranging from the agricultural reports of the harvest to concerns about banditry along trade routes. Each voice contributes to the tapestry of ideas, and you find yourself guiding the dialogue, weaving together their insights into a cohesive strategy. As the council meets, you realize how vital it is to listen to the voices of those around you. You encourage open dialogue, allowing each advisor to express their thoughts. This collaborative approach fosters a sense of unity, reinforcing the bonds of loyalty that tie you all together. Your Majesty, one advisor speaks up, the trade agreements with Tyre are nearing completion. However, there are concerns about the tariffs imposed by our neighbors. We must consider how this will impact our merchants. You lean forward, considering the implications. We can negotiate better terms, but we must also ensure the welfare of our merchants. Let us craft a proposal that not only benefits our kingdom, but also strengthens our relationships with neighboring lands. The discussions continue, and you feel the weight of leadership pressing upon you. The decisions made in this room will ripple through the lives of your people, shaping their futures. You embrace this responsibility, knowing that you are the custodian of their hopes and dreams. As the sun climbs higher in the sky, the council tackles a particularly pressing issue: the defense of the kingdom. Reports of skirmishes on the borders have reached your ears, and the safety of your realm is paramount. You listen intently as the military strategist outlines the current situation. We must bolster our defenses and ensure our troops are well prepared, the strategist states. However, We must also consider the impact of a show of force on our diplomatic relations. You nod, recognizing the delicate balance between strength and diplomacy. Prepare a plan that emphasizes our readiness while also extending an olive branch to our neighbors. We can show strength without resorting to aggression. The tension in the room eases as your advisors rally around your vision. You can sense the collective determination, a shared commitment to the welfare of your kingdom. It is in these moments that you feel the true essence of leadership, a commitment to serve and protect. After hours of deliberation, the council begins to wind down. You can sense the fatigue in the room, but also a sense of accomplishment. Together, you have charted a course for the days ahead, addressing the challenges that lie before you. As the meeting adjourns, you rise from your seat, feeling a mixture of relief and gratitude. Your advisors express their thanks for your guidance, and you take a moment to acknowledge their hard work. Together we are stronger, you remind them, your voice steady and reassuring. Stepping outside into the bright sunlight, you feel a renewed sense of purpose. The palace grounds are alive with activity, and the vibrant energy of the city invigorates your spirit. You take a moment to breathe in the fresh air, allowing the warmth of the sun to envelop you. As you walk through the gardens, your thoughts drift to the upcoming festival. The celebration of the harvest has become an important tradition, a time for your people to come together in joy and gratitude. You envision the laughter, the music, and the sense of community that will fill the air. Suddenly you hear the soft footsteps of someone approaching. It is Nama, one of your wives, her presence a comforting balm. "My king," she calls softly, her eyes sparkling with enthusiasm. "I was just speaking with the artisans about decorations for the festival. They have some wonderful ideas to make this celebration unforgettable." You smile, appreciating her passion for the festivities. Let us ensure the festival reflects the abundance and joy of our people. We must create an atmosphere that uplifts their spirits. Together you stroll through the gardens, discussing plans for the festival. You brainstorm ideas for performances, food, and decorations, each suggestion igniting a spark of excitement. In these shared moments, the burdens of kingship feel lighter, replaced by the joy of companionship and collaboration. As the sun begins to set, casting a warm glow over the city, you find yourself filled with anticipation for the days ahead. The festival will be a celebration of unity, a chance for your people to come together in gratitude. As evening descends, you return to your chambers, feeling the day's weight settle into a comfortable rhythm. You reflect on the discussions of the council, the decisions made, and the connections forged. You are reminded that your role as king is not solely about authority. It is about nurturing the spirit of your kingdom. With a heart full of gratitude, you prepare for rest, knowing that tomorrow brings new opportunities to serve. As you close your eyes, the gentle sounds of the palace and the distant laughter of the city lull you into a peaceful slumber. You drift away knowing that your journey continues, filled with purpose and promise. As the golden light of dawn spills into your chambers, you awaken to the soft sounds of the palace coming to life. The gentle rustle of silk robes, the distant laughter of servants, and the fragrant aromas of breakfast being prepared fill the air. But today, as you rise from your bed, your thoughts are not solely on your duties as king. Instead, they drift toward the hearts that intertwine with yours, the women who share your life, and the love that binds you all together. You rise and move to the window, pulling back the heavy drapes to reveal the bustling city of Jerusalem awakening beneath the soft light. The streets are already alive with activity merchants setting up their stalls, children running about, and the faint sound of music wafting through the air. But today your heart is drawn to the royal court, where love and duty mingle in a delicate dance. Dressed in fine linen, you head to the garden, where the scent of blooming jasmine fills your lungs. You find Nama, your beloved wife, tending to the flowers, her fingers delicately caressing the petals. She looks up as you approach, her smile brightening the morning. "My king," she greets you warmly, setting down her tools. "The flowers are particularly vibrant today. They seem to echo the joy in my heart." You smile back, captivated by her genuine spirit. You have a way of nurturing not just the flowers, but the very essence of our kingdom, Nama. Your love is a light that guides us all. She blushes at your words, and together you stroll through the garden, discussing the upcoming festival. The excitement in her voice is infectious, and you feel the burdens of leadership lift as you share in her enthusiasm. "What if we have a special dance performance to honor our harvest?" she suggests, her eyes sparkling with inspiration. "That's a splendid idea," you reply, encouraged by her vision. "Let us celebrate not only our bounty, but also the talents of our people." As the morning unfolds, you spend time with Nama, finding peace in the simple moments of laughter and companionship. Yet, as the sun rises higher, you know that your duties await, and you must be present for your court. You make your way to the grand hall, where the other queens and concubines await your presence. Each woman brings her own unique essence to your life, and you value the different facets of love they offer. Among them is the radiant Queen of Sheba, whose recent visit has sparked intrigue and admiration across the kingdom. As you enter the grand hall, the air is filled with the soft murmur of conversation. The queens rise in unison, their expressions a mixture of respect and affection. You take your place at the head of the table, feeling the energy shift in the room. "Your Majesty, one of your queens, a wise and graceful woman named Miriam, speaks up. We have been discussing the preparations for the festival and how we might incorporate elements that reflect our diverse cultures." You nod, appreciating the thoughtfulness behind her words. "Indeed, this festival is an opportunity to celebrate the unity of our people. Let us showcase the richness of our traditions." As the conversation flows, you find yourself drawn to the Queen of Sheba, who sits gracefully at the side of the table. Her presence is magnetic, and you can't help but admire her intelligence and strength. "What do you think, my queen?" you ask, turning your attention to her. She meets your gaze with a warm smile, her voice smooth and melodic. "Your Majesty, I believe the festival should not only celebrate our harvest, but also honor the wisdom that unites us. Perhaps we could include a storytelling segment where our people share tales of their heritage." The idea resonates with you, and you feel a sense of connection growing between you. A wonderful suggestion. The stories of our people are treasures in themselves, and they deserve to be shared. As discussions continue, you notice the other queens observing the exchange with a blend of curiosity and admiration. You can sense the unspoken dynamics of love, competition, and camaraderie that exist within the royal court. Each queen brings her own strengths, and the balance of affection can sometimes feel delicate. After the meeting adjourns, you find yourself lingering, drawn to the Queen of Sheba. "Would you join me for a walk in the gardens?" you ask, your heart racing slightly at the prospect of spending time alone with her. She nods, her eyes sparkling with intrigue. Together you step outside, the sun shining brightly overhead. The gardens bloom with vibrant colors, and the air is filled with the sweet fragrance of flowers. As you stroll, you share stories of your respective lands, each tale woven with threads of wisdom and culture. I have always admired your kingdom's commitment to justice and prosperity, she remarks, her voice smooth and melodic. It is a testament to your leadership. You feel a warmth spread through your chest at her compliment. Thank you, my queen. It is the love and loyalty of my people that inspire me every day. But I believe our connection runs deeper than mere politics. She pauses, meeting your gaze with a depth of understanding that sends a shiver down your spine. Indeed, love is a powerful force. It can unite or divide, depending on how we choose to wield it. As the conversation flows, you find yourselves discussing the complexities of love within the context of your roles. You speak candidly about the challenges of ruling while nurturing relationships, and she shares her own experiences, her wisdom evident in every word. The sun begins to dip in the sky, casting a warm golden hue over the garden. You feel a sense of peace in her presence, a shared understanding that transcends the boundaries of your respective kingdoms. In this moment you realize that love is not merely a luxury of the heart. It is a responsibility that shapes your reign. As you return to the palace, the festival preparations continue in earnest. The air is filled with laughter and music, the sounds of celebration drawing you into the spirit of the occasion. You watch as artisans craft decorations, musicians tune their instruments, and children play in the streets, their joy infectious. That evening, as the sun sets and the stars begin to twinkle overhead, the palace is illuminated with lights and colors. The festival is a testament to the unity and abundance of your kingdom, and you can feel the excitement bubbling in the air. As the festivities unfold, you find yourself surrounded by your queens, each one contributing her unique charm to the celebration. You dance, laugh, and share stories, the warmth of love enveloping you like a comforting cloak. You realize that each woman you cherish adds depth to your life, enriching your soul and fortifying your reign. Later in the evening, you take a moment to step away from the festivities. You find a quiet corner of the garden where the sounds of laughter fade into the background. Here, under the starlit sky, you can reflect on the beauty of your life. Suddenly, you hear footsteps behind you. It is Nama, her expression serene as she joins you. "My king," she says softly, "I saw you with the Queen of Sheba. There is a connection there, isn't there?" You nod, appreciating her perceptiveness. "Yes, there is. She possesses a wisdom that resonates with me, but my heart remains anchored to you." Nama smiles, her eyes reflecting the light of the stars. "Love is not a competition, my dear. It is a tapestry woven with many threads. As long as we honor each other, our bond will remain strong." In that moment, you feel a profound sense of peace. Love in all its forms is a gift of force that can unite and inspire. You embrace Nama, feeling the warmth of her presence, grounding you amidst the complexities of your royal life. As you stand together, looking up at the stars that twinkle above, you know that the journey ahead will be filled with challenges and joys. But with the love of your queens and the strength of your people, you are ready to face whatever comes your way. As the festival continues around you, you find solace in the knowledge that you are not alone. Love, wisdom, and community will guide your reign, And as you drift into sleep that night, the gentle sounds of celebration fill your dreams, reminding you of the beauty that surrounds you. As dawn breaks over Jerusalem, the soft light spills into your chambers, awakening you gently from your slumber. You stretch lazily, savoring the lingering warmth of the night and the promise of a new day. Today your heart carries a special anticipation, for it is the day you will meet the Queen of Sheba once more. Rising from your bed, you dress in rich fabrics that reflect your royal status, deep hues of blue and gold, adorned with intricate embroidery that tells stories of your lineage. As you fasten your robe, you glance at the polished bronze mirror and take a moment to appreciate the weight of your crown, a symbol of authority and wisdom, but also a reminder of the responsibilities that rest upon your shoulders. You step into the gardens, where the fresh morning air fills your lungs with vitality. The flowers are in full bloom, their vibrant colors dancing in the gentle breeze. This oasis of beauty serves as a reminder of the richness of life that flourishes in your kingdom. As you stroll through the garden, the sounds of the city awakening wrap around you like a warm cloak. The distant laughter of children playing, the calls of merchants preparing for the day ahead, and the soft rustle of leaves create a symphony that resonates in your soul. Yet, amidst the everyday melody, your thoughts are drawn to the Queen of Sheba, whose presence has captivated your heart since her arrival. You recall the stories that preceded her visit, the tales of her wisdom, beauty, and the treasures she brings from her land. The anticipation of her company fills you with excitement, and you find yourself eager to learn more about the woman behind the legends. As you make your way to the grand hall, you are met by your chief advisor, Benaiah. "Your Majesty," he greets, bowing slightly. "The Queen of Sheba has requested an audience this morning. She wishes to discuss matters of trade and cultural exchange." You nod, feeling a rush of curiosity and intrigue. "Very well. Let us welcome her." As you enter the grand hall, your heart races. The room is adorned with golden decorations, and the air is filled with the fragrance of incense. The light filters through the stained glass windows, casting colorful patterns on the floor. It is a fitting setting for the meeting of two realms. The Queen of Sheba stands at the far end of the hall, her presence commanding and regal. Her dark hair flows like silk, adorned with intricate jewels that catch the light. As she turns to face you, her eyes deep and wise meet yours, and you feel an electric connection. "King Solomon," she greets, her voice smooth and melodic. "It is an honor to be in your presence once more." "The honor is mine, Queen Sheba," you reply, stepping forward to meet her. "Your journey to my kingdom is a testament to our shared commitment to peace and prosperity." You gesture for her to take a seat, and as she does, the air crackles with energy. The two of you are seated at a beautifully crafted table, adorned with fruit and delicacies from both your lands. The atmosphere is charged with anticipation, a blend of diplomacy and curiosity. "Your Majesty," Sheba begins, her voice steady and confident, "I have heard much about your wisdom and the prosperity of your kingdom, but I also come with knowledge of my own. Our lands have much to offer each other, and I believe a cultural exchange could enrich both our peoples." You nod, appreciating the depth of her proposal. "Indeed, I believe that collaboration can lead to greater understanding and unity. What do you envision for our exchange?" She leans forward, her eyes sparkling with enthusiasm. "I propose that we share our artisans, our scholars, and our ideas. Let us create a bridge between our cultures, where knowledge and creativity flow freely. In this way, we can foster goodwill and friendship. Her words resonate deeply within you, and you can't help but admire her vision. A brilliant idea, Queen Sheba. We can host artisans from your land, allowing them to display their crafts and share their techniques with our people. In turn, we can share our knowledge of agriculture, philosophy, and governance. As the discussions unfold, you find yourself captivated not only by her intellect, but also by her passion for her people. Every idea she presents is infused with sincerity and purpose. You can see the commitment she has to her kingdom, and it ignites a spark of admiration within you. The conversation flows seamlessly, moving from trade to philosophy to the arts. You share stories of your upbringing, the lessons learned from your father, and the wisdom gained through experience. Sheba, in turn, shares tales of her own land, its beauty, its challenges, and the strength of its people. As you speak, you can feel a connection growing between you, a bond forged through mutual respect and understanding. With each shared story, you realize that your worlds, though different, are intertwined by a common thread of humanity. After hours of conversation, the sun begins to dip in the sky, casting a warm glow over the hall. You can see the excitement in her eyes, and it reflects the joy of collaboration. Let us not only exchange goods, but also ideas, art, and stories, she suggests. In doing so, we will weave a tapestry that celebrates our shared humanity. You agree wholeheartedly, feeling the weight of her words. Yes, let us create a legacy that will resonate through the ages, a testament to the power of friendship and understanding. As the meeting draws to a close, you stand and extend your hand to Sheba, a gesture of unity. May our partnership flourish, and may our kingdoms prosper together. She takes your hand, her grip firm and reassuring. Together we will build bridges, King Solomon. Our alliance will be a beacon of hope for generations to come. As you walk together through the halls of the palace, you can feel the energy between you, an unspoken promise of collaboration and friendship. The air is filled with a sense of possibility, and you can't help but wonder what the future holds for both your kingdoms. Later that evening, as the stars begin to twinkle in the night sky, you find yourself reflecting on the day's events. The connection you've forged with Queen Sheba is profound, and it stirs something deep within your heart. You can sense that this alliance may lead to something greater than trade. It has the potential to unite your peoples in ways you never imagined. Before retiring for the night, you take a moment to stroll through the gardens, the moonlight casting a silvery glow over the flowers. As you walk, you think of the many facets of love, romantic, platonic, and the love of one's people. Each type of love brings its own joys and challenges, and you are grateful for the richness they add to your life. You pause by a fountain, listening to the gentle trickle of water, lost in thought. The bond you're forming with Sheba feels different, deeper, and more complex, filled with promise and potential. As you gaze into the water, you wonder how this connection might shape your future. With your heart full of hope and curiosity, you return to your chambers. As you prepare for sleep, you feel a sense of peace wash over you. You know that tomorrow will bring new opportunities, new challenges, and perhaps even new dimensions of love. As you close your eyes, the gentle sounds of the palace and the distant laughter of the festival lull you into a serene slumber. In your dreams, you find yourself walking beside Queen Sheba, exploring the vast landscapes of both your kingdoms. united in purpose and vision. And as you drift deeper into sleep, you know that the journey ahead is one filled with promise, adventure, and the magic of connection. As the first light of dawn spills into your chambers, you awaken with a renewed sense of purpose. The day ahead promises more than just duties. It is an opportunity to deepen the bond you have begun to forge with Queen Sheba. You rise from your bed, the cool marble floor awakening your senses, and prepare for the day ahead. Dressed in your finest robes, you make your way through the palace, the halls echoing with the sound of your footsteps. The vibrant colors of the tapestries and the scent of fresh flowers remind you of the beauty that surrounds you. Your heart races at the thought of seeing Sheba again, and you can feel the energy of anticipation coursing through your veins. You step into the gardens, where the morning sun casts a warm glow over the blooming flowers. The air is fragrant with the scent of jasmine and honeysuckle, and you take a moment to breathe deeply, allowing the tranquility of the garden to calm your mind. Today you plan to share a special experience with the Queen, an opportunity to explore the culture of your kingdom together. As you stroll through the garden, you spot Sheba seated on a stone bench, her presence radiant amidst the greenery. She is lost in thought, her gaze fixed on the vibrant blossoms before her. You approach quietly, not wanting to disturb her contemplation. "Good morning, Queen Sheba," you say softly, and she looks up, her face breaking into a smile that warms your heart. "Good morning, King Solomon," she replies, her voice melodic. "I was just admiring the beauty of your gardens. They are a reflection of the bounty of your kingdom." You take a seat beside her, feeling a sense of ease wash over you. "Thank you. Nature has its way of inspiring us, doesn't it? I thought today we might explore the richness of our culture together." Her eyes sparkle with intrigue. "I would love that. What do you have in mind?" "I have arranged for a gathering of our finest artisans and musicians," you explain. "They will showcase their crafts, and we can immerse ourselves in the artistry that flows through our lands." She nods enthusiastically, her excitement palpable. "That sounds wonderful. Art has a way of bringing people together, transcending language and borders." Together you make your way to the grand hall, where preparations are already underway. The room is filled with vibrant colors, tapestries hung from the walls, tables adorned with intricate pottery, and musicians tuning their instruments in the corner. The atmosphere is alive with anticipation, and you can sense the energy of creativity in the air. As the gathering begins, you watch as artisans display their skills. A potter shapes clay into beautiful forms, a weaver creates intricate patterns, and a painter captures the essence of the world on canvas. Each artist shares their craft with passion, their love for their work evident in every stroke and movement. You and Sheba move from station to station, engaging with the artisans and witnessing their talents firsthand. The joy of creativity fills the air, and you can feel the connection between your two kingdoms deepening with each shared story. At one station, an elderly painter presents a vibrant landscape of Jerusalem. "This is my home," he explains, his voice filled with pride. "The colors reflect the spirit of our people, their hopes, their dreams." You glance at Sheba, who is captivated by the painting. "It's beautiful," she murmurs, her eyes shining with admiration. "It captures the essence of your kingdom perfectly." As the day unfolds, you find yourselves laughing, exchanging stories, and reveling in the beauty of art. There is a sense of camaraderie that grows between you, a bond strengthened by shared experiences. In the midst of the gathering, you take a moment to step aside with Sheba, finding a quiet corner of the hall. "I'm glad we could share this day together," you say, your voice sincere. It feels like a celebration of not just our cultures, but of the connections we are building. She nods, her expression thoughtful. "Indeed, King Solomon, there is a unique magic in our collaboration. It feels as though we are weaving a tapestry together, each thread representing our hopes for the future." As the sun begins to set, casting a warm glow over the hall, the musicians begin to play, filling the air with melodic tunes that invite everyone to dance. You watch as the artisans and guests join together, laughter and joy echoing through the space. "Shall we join them?" you ask, extending your hand toward Sheba. She looks at you, a playful smile dancing on her lips. "Only if you promise to teach me the steps," she replies, taking your hand. Together you step into the lively dance, the rhythm of the music guiding your movements. The energy of the crowd envelops you, and for a moment the world beyond the palace fades away. You lose yourself in the music, the laughter, and the shared joy of the moment. As the dance continues, you find yourself drawn closer to Sheba, the connection between you palpable. Her laughter rings in your ears, and you feel a sense of harmony that transcends words. In this moment, you are not just a king. You are a man experiencing the beauty of love and companionship. After the dance, you step outside into the cool evening air, the stars twinkling above like demons scattered across the sky. You gaze up, feeling a sense of wonder at the vastness of the universe. Sheba stands beside you, her expression contemplative. "It is beautiful, isn't it? The way the stars remind us of our place in the cosmos." "Yes," you reply, your voice soft. "It is a reminder that we are all connected, no matter our differences." You turn to her, your heart racing as you search her eyes for understanding. "I believe our connection is significant, Sheba. It feels as though we are destined to work together, to create something meaningful." She looks back at you, her gaze steady and sincere. "I feel it too, Solomon. There is a depth to our bond that is rare and precious." In that moment, you realize that your feelings for her extend beyond mere admiration. There is a connection that transcends the political alliance, a spark of something deeper. You can sense the possibilities that lie ahead, and you are filled with a sense of hope. As the night deepens, you walk side by side, sharing stories and dreams, the stars overhead serving as witnesses to your burgeoning connection. You talk of the future of the festivals you will host, the art you will create together, and the legacy you will leave for your people. Eventually, the evening winds down, and you find yourselves standing at the entrance of the palace. The laughter and music from the gathering fade into the background, leaving only the soft sounds of the night. "Thank you for today, Solomon," Sheba says, her voice warm. "It has been a day unlike any other." You nod, feeling a sense of fulfillment. "The joy of sharing our cultures has been a gift. I look forward to many more days like this." As she turns to leave, you gather your courage and reach for her hand. "May this be the beginning of something beautiful," you say, your voice sincere. She looks at you, her expression softening. "I believe it will be, my king. Together we will weave a tapestry that unites our kingdoms." With a final exchange of smiles, she departs, leaving you standing at the entrance of the palace, your heart full of hope and excitement. As you watch her walk away, you realize that this connection is not just a fleeting moment. It is the beginning of a journey that will shape the future of both your kingdoms. You return to your chambers that night, the events of the day swirling in your mind. The laughter, the dance, and the shared dreams resonate within you, filling you with a sense of purpose. As you prepare for sleep, you know that the bond you are forging with Queen Sheba is a powerful force, a love that transcends borders and unites hearts. As you drift into slumber, the gentle sounds of the night lull you into a peaceful sleep, and you find yourself dreaming of a future filled with promise, adventure, and the magic of connection. As dawn breaks over Jerusalem, you awaken with the soft glow of sunlight filtering through your window, casting warm patterns on the walls of your chamber. A gentle breeze carries the fragrant scents of blooming flowers from the garden, filling your senses with a sense of tranquility. Today you feel a palpable excitement in the air, not just for the duties that lie ahead, but for the opportunity to further deepen your connection with Queen Sheba. Rising from your bed, you dress in a robe of rich, flowing fabric, the colors reflecting the vibrant life of your kingdom. As you fasten your belt, your mind drifts to the upcoming meeting with Sheba. You recall the warmth of her laughter, the depth of your conversations, and the promise of a partnership that transcends mere politics. Stepping outside, you find the gardens alive with activity. Servants bustle about, tending to the flowers and preparing for the day's events. You take a moment to enjoy the beauty of the morning, the sun casting a golden hue over the landscape, and your heart swells with gratitude for the life you lead. As you make your way to the grand hall, you are greeted by Benaiah, your chief advisor. "Your Majesty," he says, bowing slightly, "the Queen of Sheba has arrived and is awaiting your presence." A thrill runs through you at the mention of her name. "Let us not keep her waiting," you reply, quickening your pace. Entering the grand hall, you find Sheba standing by a large window, gazing out at the sprawling city below. Her beauty is striking, and the light dances in her eyes as she turns to meet your gaze. "Good morning, King Solomon," she greets, her voice melodic and warm. "Good morning, Queen Sheba," you reply, feeling a sense of comfort in her presence. "I'm glad you could join me today. I bring gifts from my land," she says, her eyes sparkling with excitement. "I hope they convey the respect I have for our alliance." You feel a sense of anticipation as she gestures for her attendants to step forward. They unveil a collection of exquisite treasures, intricately woven textiles, stunning jewelry adorned with precious gems, and fragrant spices that fill the air with exotic aromas. Each item reflects the richness of her homeland, and you are captivated by the beauty and artistry on display. "Your gifts are extraordinary," you say, examining a beautifully crafted necklace that glimmers in the sunlight. "They are a testament to the artistry of your people." Sheba smiles, her pride evident. "I wanted to share the beauty of my kingdom with you, a symbol of our growing bond." As you explore the treasures, you feel a sense of connection deepening between you. The gifts are not just material possessions. They represent the hope and promise of a partnership built on mutual respect and understanding. You think of your own treasures, what you can offer in return to honor this blossoming relationship. "Allow me to reciprocate," you suggest, your voice filled with sincerity. "I have prepared gifts for you as well, tokens of my appreciation for our alliance." You signal to your attendants, and they bring forth beautifully crafted items, scrolls filled with the wisdom of your ancestors, exquisite pottery painted with scenes from your kingdom's history, and a selection of the finest wines from your vineyards. Each gift reflects the rich culture of Jerusalem and the depth of your gratitude. Your generosity is overwhelming, Sheba replies, her eyes wide with admiration. These gifts are truly remarkable, and they hold great meaning. As you exchange gifts, a sense of joy fills the room. You can see the mutual respect and admiration reflected in her eyes, and it reinforces the bond you are building. The treasures you present to her symbolize not just material wealth, but the promise of collaboration and unity. With the gifts exchanged, the atmosphere shifts from formalities to a more personal connection. You invite Sheba to join you in a stroll through the gardens where the vibrant flowers bloom in a riot of colors. As you walk side by side, the conversation flows easily, filled with laughter and shared stories. You talk of the beauty of your respective lands, the challenges you've faced, and the hopes you have for the future. In these moments, the distance between your worlds begins to fade, and you feel a sense of ease and comfort that deepens your connection. Tell me more about your people, Sheba prompts, her curiosity piqued. What do they cherish most? You pause for a moment, considering her question thoughtfully. My people value wisdom and justice above all else. They believe that a strong kingdom is built on the foundation of fairness and understanding. It is my duty to ensure that their voices are heard and their needs are met. She nods, her expression reflecting a deep understanding. In my kingdom, we also prioritize wisdom, but we celebrate creativity and artistry as well. We believe that art has the power to unite and inspire, transcending barriers. You can see the passion in her eyes as she speaks, and it draws you in even further. Art is indeed a powerful force, you agree. It can tell stories, evoke emotions, and foster connections that words alone cannot achieve. As you stroll through the gardens, you stop to admire a particularly vibrant rose bush. This rose, like our alliance, requires nurturing and care to flourish, you say, plucking a blossom and offering it to her. She takes the rose with a smile, her fingers brushing against yours. A beautiful metaphor, Solomon. Just as we must tend to our gardens, we must also nurture our relationship to ensure it thrives. The warmth of her gaze lingers on you, and you feel a spark of connection that transcends mere friendship. In this moment, the boundaries of duty begin to blur, and you find yourself drawn to her in ways you hadn't anticipated. As the sun begins its descent, casting a warm golden light over the gardens, you sit together on a stone bench, the world around you quieting down. The laughter and sounds of the palace fade into the background, creating a bubble of intimacy where only the two of you exist. I am grateful for this day, for the opportunity to share not just our gifts, but also our hearts, you say, your voice soft. I believe we are at the beginning of something significant. Sheba turns to you, her expression serious yet filled with warmth. I feel the same, Solomon. Our connection is rare, and it is worth nurturing. As the evening air cools, you find your thoughts drifting to the future. The alliance you are building with Sheba goes beyond mere politics. It feels like the intertwining of two destinies. You can sense that this relationship holds the potential to change the course of your kingdoms. With the sun setting on the horizon, you both rise from the bench and walk back toward the palace, the rose still in her hand, a symbol of the bond you are forging. The festival preparations continue in the background, but in this moment, the world feels vibrant and alive. As you reach the entrance of the palace, Sheba looks up at you, her expression softening. Thank you for today, Solomon. You have made me feel welcomed and valued. The pleasure is mine, my queen, you reply, feeling a sense of fulfillment. I look forward to many more days like this. With a final exchange of smiles, you part ways, your heart full of hope and excitement for what lies ahead. As you retire to your chambers that night, you reflect on the day's events, the gifts exchanged, the connection deepened, and the promise of a partnership that transcends borders. You drift into sleep with the image of Sheba's smile etched in your mind, knowing that tomorrow will bring new opportunities to explore the depths of your relationship. In your dreams, you envision a future where your kingdoms thrive together, united by love, respect, and the rich tapestry of shared culture. As dawn breaks over Jerusalem, you awaken to the soft light filtering through your windows, the gentle sounds of the city coming to life around you. Birds chirp in the trees, and the distant laughter of children echoes through the air. Yet as you rise from your slumber, a sense of unease settles in your heart. The connection you share with Queen Sheba is profound, but the complexities of leadership and love are beginning to intertwine in unexpected ways. You dress in your regal attire, the fabric soft against your skin. Today you have meetings scheduled with your advisors, but your mind drifts back to Sheba and the relationship you are nurturing. There is a warmth in your heart when you think of her, but there is also a weight of responsibility, both to your kingdom and the women who share your life. As you step into the gardens, the vibrant blooms greet you with their colors, but your thoughts remain clouded. The beauty of the world around you contrasts with the turmoil within. You have always valued wisdom and justice, but now you find yourself caught in a delicate balance between duty and desire. You make your way to the council chamber where your advisors await. Benaiah greets you at the door, his expression serious. Your Majesty, we have urgent matters to discuss regarding the stability of our borders and the recent tensions with neighboring kingdoms. You nod, feeling the familiar weight of leadership settle upon your shoulders. Let us begin, you reply, stepping into the chamber. As discussions unfold, the challenges of governance weigh heavily on you. Reports of unrest along the borders and rumors of alliances among your adversaries fill the air. Your advisors urge caution, emphasizing the need for a strong defense. You listen intently, your mind racing as you contemplate the implications of each decision. But amid the discussions, your thoughts drift to Sheba. You know that your bond with her is not just a personal connection. It is also a political alliance that can alter the landscape of your kingdom. However, the complexities of such a relationship begin to surface. How can you balance your duties as king with the emotions that bind you to her? After hours of deliberation, you adjourn the meeting, feeling a mix of exhaustion and urgency. The weight of leadership has never felt heavier. As you step outside, the warmth of the sun envelops you, but the shadows of doubt linger in your mind. You decide to visit the marketplace, hoping the vibrant energy of the city will help clear your thoughts. As you walk through the bustling streets, the sounds of merchants calling out their wares and children playing fills the air. The lively atmosphere reminds you of the joy and spirit of your people, but it also brings to mind the responsibilities you carry. Suddenly you spot a familiar figure among the crowd. It is Nama, one of your wives, her presence radiant as she converses with a group of women. As you approach, she turns to you, her face lighting up with a smile. "My king," she exclaims, her voice filled with warmth. I was just speaking with these women about the upcoming festival. It will be a wonderful celebration for our people. You return her smile, but a pang of guilt strikes your heart. Nama has always been a source of strength and support, and yet you find yourself drawn to another. Yes, the festival will be a time of joy. You reply, your voice steady. We must ensure that it reflects the unity of our kingdom. As you converse with Nema, you can sense the underlying tension in the air. She is perceptive, and you know she has noticed the shift in your heart. As the conversation flows, you can't help but feel the weight of your choices pressing down on you. Later that evening, you find yourself in your private chambers, grappling with the emotions that swirl within you. The connection you share with Sheba is undeniable, yet the love and loyalty of Nama and your other wives weigh heavily on your conscience. You are a king, but you are also a man with a heart that yearns for connection. As night falls, you decide to seek solace in the garden, where the cool breeze carries the scent of night-blooming jasmine. The moon hangs high in the sky, casting silver light over the flowers, and you take a deep breath, allowing the tranquility of the night to wash over you. As you wander among the blooms, lost in thought, you hear footsteps behind you. It is Sheba, her presence a comforting balm against the turmoil within. Solomon, she calls softly, her voice breaking through the silence. You turn to face her, feeling a mix of relief and apprehension. Queen Sheba, you reply, your heart racing. I did not expect to see you here. I needed to find you, she says, her eyes searching yours. There is much we need to discuss about our partnership and the challenges we face. You nod, appreciating her straightforwardness. Yes, there are complexities in our alliance. The weight of leadership is heavy, and I find myself torn between duty and desire. She takes a step closer, her expression serious yet compassionate. I understand the challenges you face, Solomon. Our connection is not just personal. It carries the weight of our kingdoms, but love, too, can be a guiding force in leadership. Her words resonate with you, and you feel a flicker of hope. You are right, but how do we navigate these waters without causing unrest among our people? My wives, my responsibilities, they are all intertwined. Sheba gazes at you with understanding, her eyes reflecting the moonlight. We must communicate openly, both with each other and with those who share our lives. Transparency builds trust, and trust is essential for unity. As she speaks, you feel a sense of clarity emerging. The bond you share with her is not just a fleeting passion. It is a partnership that can strengthen both your kingdoms. I want to honor our connection while also being true to my commitments, you reply, your voice steady. Then let us be honest with one another, she suggests. Let us share our challenges and dreams, and together we can forge a path that respects both our love and our duties. You nod, feeling a weight lift from your shoulders. I would like that, Sheba. Together we can navigate these complexities and create something meaningful for our people. As the night deepens, you find solace in her presence. The challenges ahead may be daunting, but you realize that love can be a source of strength, guiding you through the trials of leadership. Your connection with Sheba is not just a personal journey. It is a commitment to building a legacy that transcends borders. With newfound determination, you take her hand, feeling the warmth of her touch. Let us face the challenges ahead together, you say, your voice filled with conviction. She smiles, her eyes bright with hope. Together we will weave a tapestry that reflects our shared vision a future that honors both our kingdoms. As you stand beneath the stars, hand in hand, you know that you are ready to embrace the journey ahead. The complexities of love and leadership may be daunting, but with Sheba by your side, you feel a sense of purpose and clarity. With your hearts intertwined, you step forward into the unknown, ready to face whatever challenges lie ahead. As you drift into a peaceful sleep that night, the gentle sounds of the palace and the distant laughter of your people lull you into dreams filled with promise, love, and the magic of connection. As dawn breaks over Jerusalem, the soft glow of sunlight filters through your windows, awakening you to a new day filled with promise. You rise from your bed, stretching your limbs and feeling the cool marble floor beneath your feet. The sounds of the bustling city filter in merchants setting up their stalls, children playing, and the distant calls of vendors peddling their wares. Today, however, your mind wanders to the wealth that sustains your kingdom and the responsibilities it entails. You adorn yourself in regal attire, the rich fabrics reflecting the splendor of your status. As you fasten your robe, your thoughts drift to the treasures that have been amassed in your kingdom: gold, silver, and precious stones that shine brightly in your treasury. This wealth is not merely for adornment. It is a tool to foster prosperity and stability for your people. Stepping into the gardens, you breathe in the fresh air, allowing the scents of blooming flowers to invigorate your spirit. The beauty of nature surrounds you, a reminder of the abundance that your kingdom enjoys. However, you are also aware that with great wealth comes great responsibility. As you make your way to the grand hall, you encounter Benaiah, your chief advisor, who greets you with a serious expression. "Your Majesty," he begins, "we need to discuss the state of our treasury and the implications of our recent trade agreements with Sheba's kingdom." You nod, feeling the weight of his words. "Yes, let us address the matter. Wealth is a powerful tool, but it must be managed wisely." Entering the grand hall, you can see advisors gathered around the table, their expressions a mixture of concern and determination. You take your seat, feeling the energy of the room shift as discussions begin. "Your Majesty," one advisor speaks up, "the trade agreements with Sheba have the potential to bring unprecedented wealth to our kingdom. However, we must also consider the impact on our local merchants and the need for balance." You listen intently, weighing their perspectives. "We must ensure that our policies benefit both our kingdom and our allies. The prosperity of our people should always remain our priority." As discussions unfold, you feel a sense of urgency. The wealth you possess is not merely a reflection of material success. It represents the hopes and dreams of your people. Every decision made in this room will ripple through their lives, shaping their futures. After hours of deliberation, the council adjourns, and you rise from your seat, feeling a mixture of relief and determination. "Let us gather the merchants and artisans of Jerusalem," you suggest. "We must hear their voices and ensure that our wealth is shared equitably." As you step outside, the sun hangs high in the sky, casting a warm glow over the city. You make your way to the bustling marketplace, where the vibrant colors of textiles and the rich aromas of spices fill the air. The energy of the crowd envelops you, and you can hear the laughter of children mingling with the calls of vendors. You approach a group of merchants, their faces lighting up as they recognize you. "King Solomon," one of them calls out, bowing slightly, "what brings you to our market today?" "I come to listen," you reply, your voice steady. I want to hear your thoughts on the trade agreements and how we can ensure that our prosperity benefits all." The merchants exchange glances, and one of them steps forward, a middle-aged man with a weathered face. "Your Majesty, we appreciate your willingness to listen. The trade with Sheba's kingdom promises great wealth, but we fear that our local businesses may suffer if we do not maintain balance." You nod, understanding their concerns. Your voices matter, and together we can find a way to ensure that both our kingdom and our allies prosper. Let us work together to create policies that support local craftsmanship while embracing new opportunities. As you speak, you can see the tension in their faces begin to ease. The merchants share their ideas and concerns, and you listen intently, feeling a sense of connection to their struggles and aspirations. Their livelihoods are intertwined with your decisions, and you are determined to honor that bond. After engaging in discussion for some time, you take your leave from the marketplace, feeling a renewed sense of purpose. The wealth of your kingdom is not just about gold and treasures. It is about the lives it impacts and the spirit of community that it fosters. Later that evening, you gather with your advisors to outline a plan that addresses the merchants' concerns. You propose a series of initiatives to promote local craftsmanship, support artisans, and ensure that the wealth generated from trade benefits all corners of your kingdom. As the discussions unfold, you can feel the energy in the room shift. Your advisors rally around your vision, recognizing the importance of nurturing both local and international relationships. Together, you craft a plan that reflects the values of your kingdom: wisdom, justice, and unity. With the groundwork laid, you feel a sense of accomplishment. You know that the challenges of leadership are ever present, but moments like these remind you of the impact you can have on the lives of your people. As night falls, you find yourself reflecting on the day's events. The weight of leadership is significant, but so are the rewards. You think of Sheba and the connection you have forged, a bond built on mutual respect and shared dreams. You step outside into the cool night air, the stars twinkling above like jewels in the sky. The beauty of the night fills you with a sense of peace, and you take a moment to breathe deeply, allowing the tranquility of the moment to wash over you. In the distance, you hear the sounds of laughter and music drifting from the festival preparations. The celebration of the harvest is near, and you can feel the excitement in the air. This festival will not just be a time of joy. It will also be a celebration of the unity that binds your kingdom together. As you return to your chambers, your heart swells with hope. The wealth of your kingdom is a testament to your leadership, but it is also a promise to your people that you will continue to work for their welfare and prosperity. You close your eyes, allowing the gentle sounds of the night to lull you into a peaceful slumber. In your dreams, you see your kingdom thriving, its people united and joyful, and you know that the path ahead, built on love, wisdom, and collaboration, is one worth pursuing. As the sun rises over Jerusalem, the city awakens to the vibrant anticipation of the upcoming Festival of Unity. The air is filled with the sounds of laughter and the scent of delicious foods being prepared for the celebration. You rise from your bed, feeling a sense of excitement in your heart. This festival is not just a celebration of the harvest, it is a symbol of the bonds that unite your people and your kingdom. Dressed in your finest robes, you make your way to the grand hall, where preparations are in full swing. The walls are adorned with colorful banners, and artisans display their crafts. showcasing the rich diversity of your kingdom. You can sense the energy of the crowd, a blend of joy and unity that fills the air. As you enter the hall, you are greeted by your wives, including Nama, who beams with pride at the festival preparations. "My king," she says, her eyes sparkling. "The excitement is palpable. Our people are ready to celebrate." "Yes, Nama," you reply, feeling a swell of gratitude for her unwavering support. "This festival is a testament to our collective strength and the unity of our kingdom." As the festivities begin, you move through the crowd, engaging with your people, sharing in their joy, and witnessing the fruits of their labor. Musicians play lively tunes, and dancers twirl gracefully, their movements reflecting the spirit of celebration. The vibrant colors of the festival mirror the diversity of your kingdom, and you feel a profound sense of pride in what you have built together. In the midst of the celebration, you spot Sheba, her presence radiant as she mingles with your people. She wears a gown adorned with intricate patterns, reflecting the artistry of her homeland. As you approach her, your heart races with excitement. "Queen Sheba," you greet, your voice warm. "I'm glad you could join us for this celebration. The joy of your people is infectious, Solomon," she replies, her eyes sparkling. "I am honored to be a part of this festival." You share stories and laughter, and as the day unfolds, you can see the bond between your kingdoms growing stronger. The festival serves as a bridge connecting your people through shared experiences and mutual respect. As evening falls, the sky transforms into a canvas of hues, the colors reflecting the vibrancy of the festivities below. The sounds of laughter and music fill the air, and the atmosphere is electric with energy. You take Sheba's hand, leading her to the center of the gathering. "Tonight we celebrate not only our harvest, but the unity that binds us," you announce, your voice resonating through the crowd. "Let us rejoice in the strength of our collaboration and honor the friendships we have forged." The crowd erupts into cheers, and you can feel the warmth of their support surrounding you. As the festivities continue, you and Sheba join in the dances, twirling and laughing under the stars. The connection between you feels electric, and for a moment the world fades away. As the night deepens, you find a quiet moment away from the crowd, standing beneath the stars. The moonlight bathes the garden in a soft glow, and you inhale deeply, savoring the tranquility of the moment. Sheba stands beside you, her expression thoughtful. "This festival is a beautiful reflection of what we can achieve together," she says softly. "Your people are filled with joy and creativity." "Yes," you reply, feeling a sense of fulfillment. "It is a reminder that our strength lies in our unity and the bonds we share." As you speak, you can feel the gravity of your connection deepening. The warmth of her presence beside you stirs something profound within your heart, a desire to explore the possibilities of your partnership beyond the realm of politics. "Solomon," she begins, her voice delicate, "I have been thinking about our alliance and the potential it holds. Together we can create a legacy that transcends borders." Your heart races at her words, and you nod in agreement. "I believe we can build something remarkable, Sheba, a partnership that not only enriches our kingdoms but also fosters understanding and friendship among our people." In that moment, you both share a quiet understanding, a recognition that the bond you have forged is not just a political alliance, but a deepening love that has the power to change the course of history. As you return to the festivities, the sounds of celebration envelop you once more. The music swells and the crowd dances joyfully, their spirits lifted by the camaraderie of the evening. You feel a sense of purpose ignite within you. This festival is not just about celebrating the harvest. It is about planting the seeds of a future filled with hope and unity. Throughout the night, you engage with your people, sharing in their laughter and joy. You speak with artisans about their crafts, listen to musicians as they play, and share stories that echo the spirit of your kingdom. As the festivities come to a close, you gather your wives and advisors, feeling a sense of gratitude for their support. Tonight has been a testament to our strength, you say, looking around at their smiling faces. Together we have created something beautiful. Nama steps forward, her eyes shining. Your vision has brought us all together, my king. We are proud to stand by your side. As the night winds down, you take a moment to reflect on the day's events. The festival has not only celebrated the bounty of your kingdom, but has also strengthened the bonds between your people and your allies. You can feel the energy of hope filling the air, and you know that the future holds great promise. As you retire to your chambers, you find your heart full of joy. You think of Sheba and the connection you share, a bond that transcends borders and politics. In your dreams, you envision a future where your kingdoms thrive together, united by love, respect, and the shared spirit of humanity. And as you drift into a peaceful slumber, the sounds of the festival fill your dreams, reminding you of the beauty that arises when hearts come together in celebration and unity. As the sun rises over Jerusalem the following morning, you awaken with a sense of hope and fulfillment lingering in your heart. The Festival of Unity was a resounding success, a beautiful reflection of the bonds you forged with Queen Sheba and your people. Yet, as you rise from your bed and prepare for the day, a sense of unease begins to settle in. You dress in your royal robes, the fabric heavy with the weight of your responsibilities. The joy of the festival contrasts sharply with the challenges that loom on the horizon. You know that not everyone is pleased with the growing alliance between your kingdom and Sheba's, and whispers of dissent have begun to circulate. As you step into the gardens, the vibrant colors of the flowers greet you, but your heart is clouded with concern. You make your way to the council chamber, where your advisors await. Benaiah meets you at the door, his expression serious. Your Majesty, we need to address the unrest that has surfaced among some of our nobles. You nod, feeling the weight of his words. What have you learned? Some nobles are wary of the alliance with Sheba's kingdom, he explains. They fear that our trade agreements will undermine their influence and wealth. There have been murmurs of dissatisfaction, and we must act swiftly to address their concerns. The gravity of the situation sinks in. Your heart races as you consider the implications of dissent among the nobility. We cannot allow fear to undermine the progress we've made, you reply, determination rising within you. We must engage them in dialogue and show them the benefits of our partnership. As you enter the council chamber, the atmosphere is tense. Advisors and nobles gather, their expressions a mix of apprehension and skepticism. You take your seat, feeling the weight of their gazes upon you. Esteemed nobles, you begin, your voice steady. The Festival of Unity was a celebration of our strength and the bonds we share with our allies. It is essential that we embrace the opportunities that our alliance with Sheba's kingdom presents. A noble rises, his voice filled with skepticism. Your Majesty, while we appreciate the festivities, we cannot ignore the potential risks. Our merchants fear losing their livelihoods to foreign trade. We must protect our own. You acknowledge his concerns, knowing that their fears are rooted in a desire for security. I understand your apprehensions, but I assure you that our trade agreements are designed to benefit all. We will implement policies that protect our local merchants and artisans while fostering collaboration with our allies. Another noble interjects, his tone sharp. But what of the influence of the Queen of Sheba? Will she not overshadow our own interests? We must maintain our sovereignty. The tension in the room rises, and you can feel the weight of their doubts pressing down on you. This alliance is not about overshadowing our kingdom. It is about strengthening it, you assert, your voice firm. Together we can create prosperity that benefits everyone. Our strength lies in unity, not division. As you speak, you can sense the uncertainty in the room beginning to shift. Some nobles nod in agreement, while others remain skeptical. You take a deep breath, knowing that you must address their concerns directly. I propose a council meeting with representatives from the merchant class and the nobility, you suggest. Let us gather together, share our visions, and work toward a solution that honors both our traditions and the promise of collaboration with Sheba's kingdom. After a moment of deliberation, the nobles murmur among themselves, and you can see the tension begin to ease. Finally, the first noble who spoke rises again. Very well, Your Majesty. We will consider your proposal, but we expect transparency and fairness in all dealings. Of course, you reply, feeling a sense of relief wash over you. Together we will find a path forward that honors our past while embracing the future. As the meeting adjourns, you step outside, taking a moment to breathe deeply. The challenges of leadership are never far away, but you are determined to foster unity among your people. You know that love and collaboration can overcome dissent, but it will require patience and understanding. Later that evening, you find yourself wandering through the gardens, reflecting on the day's events. The beauty of the night surrounds you, but your mind is consumed with thoughts of the nobles' concerns. How can you reassure them while also nurturing the alliance with Sheba? As you walk, you hear footsteps behind you. It is Nama, her presence a comforting balm against the weight of your thoughts. Solomon, she says softly, I sensed your tension during the council meeting. What troubles you? You turn to her, appreciating her perceptiveness. There are whispers of dissent among the nobles regarding our alliance with Sheba. They fear for their influence and livelihoods, and I must find a way to address their concerns. Nama steps closer, her expression thoughtful. You have always valued wisdom and justice. Perhaps you can invite them to see the benefits of this partnership firsthand. Show them that collaboration can strengthen our kingdom. Her suggestion resonates with you, and you feel a flicker of hope. You're right, Nama. I could invite the nobles to meet with Sheba, to engage in discussions that highlight the potential for mutual benefit. With renewed determination, you thank Nama for her insight and begin to formulate a plan. You know that transparency and open communication are essential to building trust, and involving the nobles in the process may help ease their fears. The following day you send invitations to the nobles, inviting them to a gathering where they can meet Sheba and discuss the future of the alliance. You express your commitment to addressing their concerns and forging a path that honors both your kingdom and your partnership with Sheba. As the day of the gathering approaches, you can feel the tension in the air shift. The nobles' skepticism remains, but there is also a glimmer of curiosity, a desire to understand the potential of this alliance. On the day of the meeting, you prepare to welcome the nobles and Sheba to the grand hall. The atmosphere is charged with anticipation, and you can sense the weight of the moment. As the nobles arrive, you greet them warmly, acknowledging their presence and the importance of their voices. As the gathering begins, you introduce Sheba, who stands beside you, her presence commanding yet approachable. Esteemed nobles, I present Queen Sheba of Sheba's kingdom, you announce. Today we will engage in open dialogue to explore the possibilities of our alliance. Sheba speaks with grace and confidence, sharing her vision for collaboration and the benefits it can bring to both kingdoms. As she speaks, you can see the nobles listening intently, their expressions shifting from skepticism to curiosity. Throughout the discussions, you facilitate an open exchange of ideas, addressing concerns and encouraging dialogue. The atmosphere gradually shifts, and you can feel the tension begin to ease as the nobles engage with Sheba, asking questions and sharing their thoughts. As the meeting progresses, you witness the power of collaboration in action. The nobles begin to see the potential of the alliance, recognizing that working together can lead to greater prosperity for all. By the end of the gathering, a sense of camaraderie fills the room. You can see the change in the nobles' expressions, their skepticism replaced with a willingness to embrace the future. The whispers of dissent begin to fade, replaced by a collective vision for unity. As the event concludes, you feel a sense of relief wash over you. The challenges of leadership are never easy, but today has shown you the power of open communication and collaboration. The bond between your kingdom and Sheba's has the potential to flourish, and you are determined to nurture it. That evening, as you return to your chambers, you reflect on the progress made. The road ahead may still be fraught with challenges, but the foundation of trust has been laid. You think of Sheba, her strength and wisdom guiding your partnership, and you know that together you can overcome any obstacle. As you drift into sleep, the sounds of the night lull you into a peaceful slumber, and you dream of a future filled with promise, a future where love, unity, and collaboration reign supreme in your kingdom and beyond. As the sun rises over Jerusalem once more, the air is filled with a sense of anticipation. The day has arrived for the diplomatic feast gathering, designed to solidify the partnership between your kingdom and Sheba's. You awaken with a renewed sense of purpose, knowing that this event could be pivotal in fostering goodwill and unity among your people and their new allies. You dress in your finest ceremonial robes, the intricate patterns reflecting the richness of your heritage. As you fasten the last clasp, you catch a glimpse of yourself in the mirror, feeling the weight of your crown, a symbol of leadership and responsibility. Stepping into the gardens, you take a moment to breathe in the fresh morning air. The flowers bloom vibrantly, and the sounds of the city waking fill your ears. You are determined to make this feast a celebration of not just food, but of culture, collaboration, and shared dreams. As you make your way to the grand hall, you find the space transformed. The long tables are adorned with colorful linens and filled with an array of dishes that celebrate the culinary traditions of both your kingdoms. The scents of spiced meats, fresh bread, and fragrant herbs mingle in the air, creating an inviting atmosphere. Your advisors are busy arranging seating and ensuring that everything is in order. Benaiah approaches you, his expression serious yet hopeful. Your Majesty, the guests are arriving. Queen Sheba's delegation is already here, and they are eager to engage. Good, you reply, feeling the excitement in your chest. This feast is an opportunity to bridge our cultures and foster understanding. As the guests begin to fill the hall, you greet each one warmly, your heart swelling with pride as you witness the diversity of your people and their allies. Sheba arrives shortly after, her presence commanding yet graceful, and you feel a warmth spread through you at the sight of her. Solomon, she greets, her eyes sparkling. This feast is a remarkable display of what we can achieve together. Thank you, Sheba. It is a celebration of our alliance and the possibilities that lie ahead. You reply, guiding her to the head of the table. As the feast begins, laughter and conversation fill the hall. You take a moment to observe the interactions between your people and Sheba's delegation. The exchange of stories and laughter is a beautiful sight, and you can see the walls of skepticism beginning to crumble. You rise to give a toast, raising your goblet high. Esteemed guests, today we celebrate not only the bounty of our harvest, but the bonds that unite us. May this feast be a reminder that together we can create a future filled with prosperity and peace. The room erupts in applause, the energy palpable. You take a seat beside Sheba, feeling a sense of connection deepening between you as you share in the festivities. The dishes served reflect the culinary richness of both kingdom-spiced lentils, succulent meats, and sweet pastries that melt in your mouth. Throughout the evening, you engage in lively discussions, exchanging ideas about trade, culture, and the arts. The atmosphere is filled with camaraderie, and you can sense the growing enthusiasm for the partnership you are building. As the evening progresses, a group of musicians begins to play, inviting guests to dance. You rise from your seat, extending your hand to Sheba. Shall we? With a smile, she takes your hand, and together you join the vibrant dance. The music flows around you, and as you move, you feel the joy of the moment, a celebration of unity and connection. As the night deepens, you take a moment to step outside with Sheba, the stars twinkling above like jewels in the sky. The cool air is refreshing, and you can hear the distant sounds of laughter and music from the hall. Tonight has been a success, Solomon, Sheba says, her voice filled with warmth. You have created an atmosphere of understanding and friendship. It is a reflection of our shared vision, you reply, feeling a sense of fulfillment. Together, we can achieve great things. As you stand beneath the stars, you turn to face her, feeling the weight of your emotions. Sheba, this alliance is more than just politics for me. It is a connection that enriches my life and the lives of our people. Her gaze deepens, and you can see the understanding in her eyes. I feel the same, Solomon. Our partnership has the potential to create a legacy that transcends borders. With a renewed sense of purpose, you take her hands in yours. Let us commit to nurturing this bond, to face any challenges that may arise together. She nods, her expression resolute. Together we will weave a tapestry of unity that reflects our shared dreams. As the evening winds down and guests begin to depart, you feel a sense of hope swelling within you. The feast has not only celebrated the bounty of your kingdoms, but has also strengthened the ties that bind you and Sheba. Later that night, as you prepare for sleep, you reflect on the events of the day. The laughter, the joy, and the sense of community fill your heart with warmth. You know that the road ahead may still hold challenges, but with Sheba by your side, you feel ready to face whatever comes. As you drift into a peaceful slumber, The sounds of the night lull you into dreams filled with promise, a future where love, unity, and collaboration reign supreme in your kingdom and beyond. As dawn breaks over Jerusalem, the sun rises with a brilliance that contrasts sharply with the unease settling in your heart. The diplomatic feast was a triumph, yet a lingering sense of tension remains. The whispers of dissent among your nobles have not completely faded, and today you sense that the winds of change may bring more than just the promise of peace. You rise from your bed, the weight of your crown heavy on your mind. Dressing in your ceremonial robes, you prepare for the day ahead, knowing that the challenges of leadership are far from over. The alliance with Sheba is strong, but stability within your kingdom is equally vital. As you step outside, the gardens are alive with color and sound, yet the atmosphere feels charged, as if the earth itself anticipates a storm. The beauty of the morning is overshadowed by the uncertainty of the future, and you can't shake the feeling that your leadership will soon be put to the test. Making your way to the council chamber, you find your advisors gathered, their expressions serious. Benaiah greets you, his brow furrowed. Your Majesty, there are urgent matters to discuss. Reports of unrest have intensified among some of the nobility, and there are rumors of a faction forming against the alliance with Sheba. You feel a knot tighten in your stomach. What are they planning? You ask, your voice steady despite the unease gnawing at you. There are whispers that some nobles seek to undermine the trade agreements, believing they threaten their influence, Benaiah explains. They may attempt to rally others to their cause. You take a deep breath, your mind racing as you consider the implications. We cannot allow this dissent to fester. We must address their concerns directly and reaffirm the benefits of our alliance. As the meeting unfolds, you formulate a plan. You decide to call for a gathering of both your nobles and Sheba's delegation. It is crucial to demonstrate unity and strength in the face of dissent, and you know that transparency and open communication are essential. Later that day, you send out invitations for the gathering, emphasizing the importance of collaboration and the shared vision for the future of both kingdoms. You hope that by bringing everyone together, you can quell the unrest and remind them of the potential that lies within the alliance. As the day of the gathering approaches, you can feel the tension in the air. The nobles' skepticism remains palpable, and you know that the upcoming meeting will be a pivotal moment in your reign. You spend hours preparing your thoughts, determined to address their fears with confidence and clarity. On the day of the gathering, you stand before the assembled nobles and Sheba's delegation in the grand hall. The atmosphere is charged with anticipation, and you can sense the weight of their gazes upon you. Taking a deep breath, you step forward, your voice steady. Esteemed nobles and honored guests, you begin. We gathered today not only to discuss our alliance, but to reaffirm the bonds that unite us. The whispers of dissent that have surfaced can only serve to weaken us if we allow them to grow. We must stand together as one people. A noble rises, his expression skeptical. Your Majesty, while we appreciate your efforts, many of us still fear for our livelihoods. The trade agreements with Sheba's kingdom may undermine our influence and prosperity. You nod, acknowledging his concerns. I understand your fears, and I assure you that our alliance is built on the foundation of mutual benefit. We will implement policies that protect local merchants while embracing the opportunities that come from collaboration. Sheba steps forward, her presence commanding yet warm. I am here today not just as a queen, but as an ally. Together we can create a partnership that honors both our cultures and strengthens our kingdoms. Let us share our resources and knowledge for the greater good. The room is silent as her words hang in the air. You can see the nobility considering her perspective, their expressions shifting from skepticism to curiosity. This is the moment you have been waiting for, an opportunity to bridge the divide. Let us not forget the success of the Festival of Unity, you interject. It was a testament to what we can achieve when we work together. Our people celebrated not just the harvest, but the strength of our collaboration. This alliance has the potential to bring prosperity to all of us. As you speak, you can see some of the nobles nodding in agreement, their expressions softening. Encouraged, you continue. We will establish a council that includes representatives from both our kingdoms, ensuring that your voices are heard and that we work together to address any concerns. After a moment of silence, one of the younger nobles stands, his voice tentative yet hopeful. If we can ensure that our interests are protected, then perhaps this alliance can benefit us all. You feel a surge of hope as the atmosphere begins to shift. Exactly. Together we can create a future where our kingdoms thrive side by side. Let us turn these whispers of dissent into discussions of collaboration. As the meeting progresses, you witness the power of open dialogue. The nobles begin to share their thoughts and concerns, and Sheba responds with grace and understanding. Slowly, the tension in the room begins to dissipate, replaced by a sense of camaraderie and shared purpose. By the end of the gathering, you can see that the seeds of doubt have begun to shift. The nobles are starting to see the potential benefits of the alliance, and there is a growing willingness to collaborate for the greater good. As the gathering concludes, you feel a sense of relief wash over you. The storm that threatened your leadership has been quelled, at least for now. You know that the journey ahead will still hold challenges, but today has shown you the strength of unity and open communication. Later that evening, as you walk through the gardens with Sheba, the stars twinkling above you, you reflect on the day's events. You were remarkable today, you say, turning to her. Your words resonated with the nobles, and I believe we have made significant progress. She smiles, her eyes shining with warmth. It was a team effort, Solomon. Together we can overcome any obstacle. As you stand beneath the stars, you feel a sense of hope blooming within you. The road ahead may still hold challenges, but with love, unity, and collaboration, you are ready to face whatever comes your way. As you drift into sleep that night, the sounds of the night lull you into dreams filled with promise, a future where your kingdoms thrive together, united by love and shared purpose. As dawn breaks over Jerusalem, a golden light spills into your chamber, awakening you to a new day filled with hope and potential. The gathering with Sheba and the nobles was a turning point, but you know that the road ahead will require vigilance and dedication. The alliance you are building is still fragile, and the whispers of dissent may not have vanished entirely. Dressing in your royal robes, you take a moment to reflect on the challenges that lie ahead. The tranquility of the morning garden fills your senses, yet the weight of leadership hangs heavily on your shoulders. You must continue to nurture the bonds between your kingdom and Sheba's, ensuring that both your people and the nobility feel secure in this new partnership. As you step into the gardens, the vibrant colors of the flowers greet you, but your heart is heavy with thoughts of the future. You make your way to the council chamber, where your advisors await. The atmosphere is charged with anticipation, and you can sense that the tide of change is upon you. Benaiah greets you with a serious expression. Your Majesty, we have received news that some nobles are still resistant to the alliance. They are questioning the benefits of our trade agreements, and there are concerns about maintaining our sovereignty. You nod, feeling a sense of urgency. We must address their fears head-on. I propose we hold another gathering this time, a public forum where our people can voice their concerns and ask questions. Transparency is key. Benaiah agrees, and you begin to outline a plan for the forum, determined to foster open dialogue and strengthen the bonds within your kingdom. As you discuss the details, the weight of responsibility sits heavily on your heart. You know that the strength of your leadership will be tested in the days to come. Later that day, you send out invitations for the public forum, emphasizing the importance of community engagement and collaboration. You hope that by providing a platform for discussion, you can quell the remaining dissent and reassure your people of the benefits that the alliance with Sheba brings. As the day of the forum approaches, you can feel the anticipation in the air. The citizens of Jerusalem are eager to engage, and you hope that their voices will serve as a bridge between the nobility and the common people. You want to show them that the alliance is a collective effort, a partnership that will enrich the lives of everyone. On the day of the forum, you stand before a large crowd gathered in the square, the sun shining brightly overhead. The energy is palpable, and you can see the faces of your people expressions filled with curiosity and concern. With Sheba by your side, you step forward, your heart racing with determination. People of Jerusalem, you begin, your voice steady and clear. Today we gather to discuss our future, our alliance with Sheba's kingdom, and the opportunities it presents. I encourage you to voice your thoughts, for your voices matter. As you speak, you can see the crowd leaning in, eager to engage. You invite questions and concerns, and the atmosphere shifts from one of skepticism to a willingness to listen and learn. A merchant steps forward, his brow furrowed. Your Majesty, how can we be sure that our livelihoods will be protected in this new alliance? What guarantees do we have that our local businesses won't suffer? You nod, understanding his concerns. Your livelihoods are essential to the strength of our kingdom. I assure you that we will implement policies to protect local commerce. Our alliance is built on mutual benefit, and we will work to ensure that everyone thrives. The crowd murmurs in response, and you can sense the tension beginning to ease. Sheba steps forward, her voice confident. I come to you not just as a queen, but as an ally. Together we can share resources, ideas, and knowledge that will enhance both our cultures. Our partnership is an opportunity for growth, not a threat. Encouraged by her words, you continue to engage with the crowd, answering questions and addressing concerns. You can feel the energy shift, the atmosphere evolving from skepticism to curiosity. Your people begin to see the potential that lies within the alliance, recognizing that collaboration can lead to progress. As the forum continues, you witness the power of unity in action. The community begins to embrace the idea of working together, and the walls of doubt begin to crumble. With each question answered, you can see the hope growing in their eyes. As the event concludes, you feel a sense of accomplishment wash over you. The public forum has served as a platform for open dialogue, allowing your people to voice their concerns and engage with their leadership. You have taken a significant step toward fostering trust and unity within your kingdom. Later that evening, as the sun sets and the sky fills with hues of orange and pink, you walk through the gardens with Sheba. The cool breeze carries the scent of blooming flowers, and you feel a sense of peace settle in your heart. Today was a success, you say, turning to her. The forum allowed our people to engage and express their thoughts. I believe we are beginning to bridge the gap. Sheba smiles, her eyes sparkling with warmth. You handled the forum with grace and confidence. I am proud to stand beside you, Solomon. Together we are building something meaningful. As you stroll through the garden, you feel the bond between you deepening. The challenges you face are not just political. They are personal, woven into the fabric of your lives. You can sense the love and respect growing between you, a foundation upon which you can build a lasting legacy. As night falls and the stars begin to twinkle overhead, you return to your chambers, reflecting on the day's events. The journey ahead may still hold challenges, but you are determined to face them with courage and resolve. As you drift into sleep, the sounds of the night lull you into a peaceful slumber, and your dreams are filled with visions of a united kingdom, a future where love, collaboration, and shared purpose reign supreme in your realm. As dawn breaks over Jerusalem, a sense of foreboding lingers in the air. While the public forum was a step toward unity, the whispers of dissent among the nobles have not completely subsided. You awaken with the weight of your responsibilities heavy on your heart, knowing that the path to lasting peace requires constant vigilance and engagement. Dressing in your royal robes, you take a moment to gather your thoughts. The beauty of the gardens outside your window is a stark contrast to the turmoil brewing within the walls of your kingdom. You make your way to the council chamber, determined to address the challenges ahead with clarity and strength. Upon entering the chamber, you find Benaiah and your advisors already gathered, their expressions serious. "Your Majesty," Benaiah begins, "we have received disturbing news. A faction among the nobles is planning a demonstration against the alliance with Sheba. They intend to rally support and express their dissent publicly." Your heart sinks at the news. We cannot allow this dissent to escalate. We must act swiftly to reaffirm our commitment to unity and collaboration, you reply, your voice steady. "Perhaps we should organize a counter-gathering," Benaiah suggests. "A public display of solidarity that showcases the benefits of our alliance and counters the dissenting voices." You nod, feeling a surge of determination. "Yes, we will hold a grand assembly. We will invite not only the nobles and merchants, but also the common people. It is essential that everyone understands the strength of our partnership with Sheba and the opportunities it presents. In the days leading up to the assembly, you and your advisors work tirelessly to prepare. You send out invitations emphasizing the importance of unity and the potential for growth that the alliance offers. You want your people to see that collaboration is not just a political maneuver, it is a pathway to a brighter future. As the day of the assembly arrives, the air is thick with tension. You stand before a large crowd gathered in the square, the sun shining brightly overhead. The atmosphere is charged with anticipation, and you can sense the unease among the nobles who oppose the alliance. With Sheba by your side, you take a deep breath and step forward to address the crowd. "People of Jerusalem," you begin, your voice clear and strong, "we gather today not just to discuss an alliance, but to celebrate the strength that comes from unity. Together we can achieve greatness." The crowd listens intently, and you can see a mix of hope and skepticism in their expressions. You invite Sheba to speak, knowing that her words will resonate with the audience. She steps forward, her presence commanding, yet approachable. "Thank you, King Solomon," she says, her voice warm. "I stand here today not just as a queen, but as an ally and a friend. Together we can forge a partnership that honors our cultures and enriches our lives." As she speaks, you can see the crowd beginning to engage, their skepticism starting to fade. Sheba shares stories of her own kingdom, its challenges, its triumphs, and the importance of collaboration. Her words are powerful, and you can feel the energy in the air shifting. However, as the assembly continues, a group of dissenting nobles steps forward, their expressions defiant. One noble raises his voice, "Your Majesty, we cannot ignore the concerns of the people. This alliance threatens our sovereignty and our way of life." The crowd murmurs in response, and you can sense the tension rising. You take a deep breath, knowing that this is a pivotal moment. "I understand your concerns," you reply, your voice steady. "But it is essential to recognize that collaboration does not mean losing our identity. Together we can honor our traditions while embracing new opportunities." Another noble interjects, "What guarantees do we have that our interests will be protected? We need assurance that our voices will be heard." You nod, appreciating their passion. "I promise you that we will establish a council that includes representatives from both our kingdoms. Your voices will be integral to our decisions, ensuring that we work together for the benefit of all." As you speak, you can see some of the nobles beginning to reconsider their stance. The atmosphere in the square starts to shift again, and you feel a renewed sense of hope. After a lengthy exchange, you invite questions from the crowd, encouraging open dialogue. One merchant steps forward, his voice shaking slightly. "Your Majesty, how can we be sure that our businesses will thrive? What steps will be taken to protect our livelihoods?" You address his concerns with sincerity, outlining the policies you plan to implement to support local merchants, while fostering a collaborative environment with Sheba's kingdom. As you speak, you can see the crowd becoming more engaged, their skepticism waning. Following the discussions, you invite Sheba to share her thoughts once more. "Our partnership is built on mutual respect and understanding," she emphasizes. "Together, we can create a legacy that transcends borders, a legacy of prosperity, unity, and shared dreams." The crowd begins to respond positively, and you can feel the tide of dissent slowly shifting. The assembly continues, and as the day unfolds, you witness the power of open dialogue and collaboration in action. By the end of the gathering, you feel a sense of accomplishment wash over you. The dissenting voices have not been silenced, but they have been heard, and the seeds of understanding have been planted. As the crowd disperses, you can see the glimmers of hope in their eyes, a recognition that together they can overcome challenges. Later that evening, you walk through the gardens with Sheba, the stars twinkling above you. "Today was a turning point," you say, feeling a sense of relief. "We managed to address the dissent and foster a dialogue that can bring our people together." She smiles, her eyes shining with warmth. "You handled the assembly with grace and conviction, Solomon. Your commitment to unity is inspiring." As you stroll under the night sky, you feel a deepening connection with her, a bond forged through shared purpose and understanding. The challenges ahead may still loom, but with Sheba by your side, you feel ready to face whatever comes your way. As you prepare for sleep that night, the sounds of the night lull you into a peaceful slumber. In your dreams, you envision a future where love, unity, and collaboration reign supreme in your kingdom, and where the whispers of dissent are transformed into a chorus of hope and shared vision. As dawn breaks over Jerusalem, the morning light brings not just a new day, but also a renewed sense of urgency. While the recent assembly was a success in fostering dialogue, you can feel the undercurrents of dissent still simmering beneath the surface. The recent gathering may have quelled some fears, but you know that the shadows of rebellion can linger if not addressed. You rise from your bed, the weight of your crown heavy on your mind. Dressing in your royal attire, you brace yourself for the challenges that lie ahead. Today you plan to meet with Benaiah and your advisors to discuss the next steps in securing the alliance with Sheba and reinforcing trust among your nobles. As you enter the council chamber, you find your advisors gathered, their expressions serious. Benaiah greets you, his brow furrowed. Your Majesty, we have troubling news. Despite the success of the assembly, reports indicate that a faction among the nobles is organizing a protest against the alliance with Sheba. They are rallying support for a movement that could threaten our stability. Your heart sinks at the news. What are they planning? You ask, your voice steady despite the urgency of the situation. They are calling for a public demonstration. Benaiah explains. They aim to voice their dissent openly, hoping to sway public opinion against the alliance. If we do not act quickly, this movement could gain momentum. You nod, determination rising within you. We cannot allow this dissent to escalate. We must counter their message with our own a message of unity and progress. I propose we organize a counter-demonstration to showcase the benefits of our partnership with Sheba. As your advisors discuss the logistics, you feel a sense of urgency driving you. This is not just about politics. It is about the future of your kingdom and the people you have sworn to protect. Later that day, you send out invitations for the counter-demonstration, emphasizing the importance of solidarity and the positive impact of the alliance on the lives of your people. You want to show them that collaboration is not just a political maneuver. It is a path to prosperity and security. As the day of the counter-demonstration approaches, the atmosphere in the city grows tense. You can feel the anticipation in the air, both from those supporting the alliance and those who oppose it. You know that the outcome of this event could shape the future of your leadership and the stability of your kingdom. On the day of the demonstration, you gather in the square, surrounded by supporters of the alliance. The sun shines brightly, illuminating the vibrant banners that celebrate both your kingdom and Sheba's. You can see the faces of your people, expressions filled with hope and determination. With Sheba by your side, you take a deep breath and step forward to address the crowd. People of Jerusalem, today we gather not just to celebrate our alliance, but to reaffirm our commitment to unity, progress, and collaboration. Together we can achieve greatness. The crowd cheers, their enthusiasm palpable. You invite Sheba to speak, knowing that her words will resonate deeply. She steps forward, her presence commanding yet warm. "Thank you, King Solomon," she begins. "I stand here today not just as a queen, but as a friend. Our partnership is a testament to what we can achieve when we work together. Let us not be divided by fear. Instead, let us embrace the opportunities that lie before us." As she speaks, you can see the crowd responding positively, their energy shifting toward hope and unity. You outline the benefits of the alliance, trade opportunities, cultural exchange, and shared resources, and you can feel the tide beginning to turn. However, as the demonstration continues, a group of dissenting nobles appears at the edge of the square, their expressions defiant. One noble steps forward, raising his voice above the crowd. We cannot ignore the concerns of the people. This alliance threatens our sovereignty and our way of life. The crowd murmurs in response, and you can sense the tension rising. You step forward, your heart racing. I understand your fears, you reply, your voice steady yet firm. But I assure you that our alliance is built on mutual respect and understanding. Together, we can honor our traditions while embracing new opportunities. The dissenting noble interjects, what guarantees do we have that our interests will be protected? We need assurance that our voices will be heard. You nod, appreciating their passion. I promise you that we will establish a council that includes representatives from both our kingdoms. Your voices will be integral to our decisions, ensuring that we work together for the benefit of all. As you speak, you can see some of the nobles beginning to reconsider their stance, but the dissenting faction remains resolute. Their presence threatens to overshadow the message of unity you're trying to convey. The atmosphere in the square grows charged as emotions run high. You can feel the weight of the moment pressing down on you, and you know that you must act decisively. Let us not allow fear to dictate our future, you urge the crowd. We are stronger together. Let us build a legacy of unity that will benefit generations to come. The crowd begins to respond, their cheers growing louder. You can sense the tide starting to turn, but the dissenting faction remains a formidable presence, determined to voice their opposition. As the demonstration continues, you witness the power of unity in action. Your supporters rally around your message, and the crowd begins to engage in discussions about the potential of the alliance. The whispers of dissent are still present, but they are now met with voices of support and hope. As the event concludes, you feel a mix of relief and determination. The dissenting voices may not have been silenced, but you have reaffirmed the strength of your leadership and the potential of the alliance with Sheba. Later that evening, you walk through the gardens with Sheba, the stars twinkling above you. Today was a challenge, you say, turning to her, but we managed to showcase the strength of our alliance. She smiles, her eyes filled with understanding. You handled the demonstration with grace and conviction, Solomon. Your commitment to unity is inspiring. As you stroll under the night sky, you feel a deepening connection with her, a bond forged through shared purpose and understanding. The challenges ahead may still loom, but with Sheba by your side, you feel ready to face whatever comes your way. As you prepare for sleep that night, the sounds of the night lull you into a peaceful slumber. In your dreams, you envision a future where love, unity, and collaboration reign supreme in your kingdom, and where the seeds of dissent are transformed into a flourishing garden of hope and shared vision. As dawn breaks over Jerusalem, the light feels different, more subdued, as if the sun itself is wary of the unrest brewing within the kingdom. The counter-demonstration was a remarkable show of support for your alliance with Sheba, yet the dissenting voices have not been completely silenced. You awaken with a sense of urgency, knowing that the time for decisive action is now. Dressing in your royal robes, you take a moment to reflect on the challenges ahead. The path of leadership is fraught with obstacles, and the balance between unity and dissent feels precarious. You make your way to the council chamber, where your advisors await, their expressions serious. Benaiah greets you, concern etched on his face. Your Majesty, we have received reports that the faction opposing the alliance is growing bolder. They are spreading pamphlets and rallying supporters, encouraging them to voice their dissent more forcefully. Your heart sinks at the news. We cannot allow this to fester. We must act swiftly to address their concerns and reaffirm the benefits of our partnership with Sheba. You reply, determination rising within you. Perhaps it is time to engage with the dissenters directly, Benaiah suggests. A town hall meeting where they can voice their concerns openly might help bridge the divide. You nod, recognizing the wisdom in his words. Yes, we will hold a town hall meeting. It is essential that we listen to their grievances and demonstrate our commitment to addressing their fears. In the days leading up to the meeting, you prepare carefully, determined to foster an atmosphere of transparency and understanding. You send out invitations encouraging not only the dissenting nobles but also the common people to attend. You want to show that you are willing to listen and engage, no matter how difficult the conversation may be. As the day of the town hall arrives, the air is thick with tension. You stand before a large crowd gathered in the hall, a mix of supporters and dissenters filling the space. The atmosphere is charged, and you can sense the apprehension in the air. With Sheba by your side, you take a deep breath and step forward to address the gathering. People of Jerusalem, today we come together to discuss our future, our alliance with Sheba's kingdom, and the concerns that have been raised. I welcome all voices, for it is through dialogue that we can find common ground. The crowd listens intently, and you invite questions and comments, encouraging open dialogue. A noble from the dissenting faction steps forward, a look of defiance on his face. Your Majesty, we cannot ignore the fact that this alliance threatens our sovereignty. What guarantees do we have that our interests will be protected? You nod, acknowledging his concerns. I understand your fears. It is essential for us to ensure that the interests of all our citizens are protected. I promise you that we will establish a council that includes representatives from both kingdoms, ensuring that your voices are heard in our decisions. Another dissenting noble interjects. But what of our traditions? How can we maintain our identity in the face of foreign influence? You take a deep breath, recognizing the depth of their concerns. Our alliance is not about erasing our identity. It is about enriching it. Together, we can celebrate our cultures while building a future that honors our shared values. As you speak, you can see some of the crowd beginning to engage, their skepticism starting to fade. Sheba steps forward, her voice steady. Let us not view this partnership as a threat. Instead, let us see it as an opportunity to learn from one another. Together we can create a legacy that honors both our kingdoms. The dissenting nobles remain resolute, but you can sense the crowd's energy shifting. You continue to address their concerns, outlining the benefits of the alliance trade opportunities, cultural exchange, and shared resources. With each response, you feel the tension in the room begin to ease. However, as the meeting progresses, the dissenting faction becomes more vocal, their frustration boiling over. One noble stands up, shouting, "You speak of unity, but our voices are not being heard. We demand to be treated as equals." The atmosphere grows charged, and you feel the weight of the moment pressing down on you. "I hear your concerns," you reply, your voice steady yet filled with urgency. It is my duty as your king to ensure that every voice is valued. Let us work together to establish a framework where your concerns can be addressed and your contributions recognized. The crowd murmurs in response, and you can sense the shifting tides. Some begin to voice their support for your vision, while others remain skeptical. You invite them to share their ideas for how the alliance can be improved and how their voices can be better represented. As the discussion unfolds, you witness the power of open dialogue in action. The dissenters begin to share their ideas, and you can see the seeds of collaboration starting to take root. While the dissenting voices are still present, they are now met with a willingness to listen and engage. As the town hall concludes, you feel a sense of accomplishment wash over you. The dissenting voices may not have been silenced, but they have been heard, and a foundation for understanding has been laid. Later that evening, as you walk through the gardens with Sheba, the stars twinkling above you, you reflect on the day's events. Today was a challenge, you say, turning to her, but we managed to create a space for dialogue. She smiles, her eyes filled with understanding. You handled the town hall with grace and conviction, Solomon. Your commitment to unity is inspiring. As you stroll under the night sky, you feel a deepening connection with her, a bond forged through shared purpose and understanding. The challenges ahead may still loom, but with Sheba by your side, you feel ready to face whatever comes your way. As you prepare for sleep that night, the sounds of the night lull you into a peaceful slumber. In your dreams, you envision a future where love, unity, and collaboration reign supreme in your kingdom, and where the shadows of discord are dispelled by the light of understanding and shared vision. As dawn breaks over Jerusalem, a sense of hope mingles with lingering unease. The town hall meeting was a step forward, but the tensions among the nobles remain palpable. You awaken with a renewed sense of purpose, knowing that the path to unity requires not just dialogue but also action. Dressing in your royal robes, you prepare for a day filled with important discussions. You make your way to the council chamber, where Benaiah and your advisors await. Upon entering, you notice their expressions are a mix of concern and determination. Your Majesty, Benaiah begins, we have been analyzing the feedback from the town hall. Many nobles expressed a desire for more transparency and involvement in the decision-making process regarding the alliance with Sheba. You nod, understanding the importance of addressing their concerns. We must create a council that includes not only nobles but also representatives from the merchant class and common citizens. This will ensure that all voices are heard and valued. Excellent idea, Benaiah replies. Such a council would provide a platform for collaboration and foster a sense of ownership among the people. You spend the morning drafting proposals for the new council, outlining its structure and responsibilities. You envision it as a space where diverse perspectives can come together to shape the future of both kingdoms. Later that day, you gather the nobles once more, inviting them to discuss the formation of the council. As they arrive, you can sense a mix of skepticism and curiosity in the air. You step forward to address the assembly. Esteemed nobles, you begin, we gather today to discuss a new initiative, a council that will allow us to work together more effectively and ensure that every voice is heard in the decisions that shape our future. The nobles listen intently as you outline the council's structure, emphasizing the importance of representation from all segments of society. You can see some of the nobles beginning to nod in agreement, their expressions shifting toward openness. As you speak, one of the dissenting nobles stands up, his brow furrowed. This counsel is a step in the right direction, but how can we be sure that our interests will be safeguarded? We need assurances that our traditions and livelihoods will not be compromised. You respond with sincerity. I assure you that the Council will prioritize the interests of all citizens. We will implement policies that protect local businesses and preserve our cultural heritage, while embracing the opportunities that this alliance presents. Another noble interjects, what if our voices are drowned out by the more powerful among us? We need safeguards to ensure that every opinion is valued. You take a deep breath, recognizing the importance of their concerns. To address this, we will establish clear guidelines for decision-making, ensuring that every voice carries weight. The Council will be a space for collaboration, not domination. As the discussions unfold, you can see the nobles engaging more actively. The atmosphere shifts from one of skepticism to a willingness to collaborate. You invite Sheba to share her thoughts, knowing that her perspective will resonate with the audience. Our partnership is built on mutual respect and understanding, Sheba states, her voice steady. Let us not view our differences as obstacles, but as opportunities to learn and grow together. This council can be a powerful tool for unity. As the meeting progresses, you witness the power of open dialogue and action. The nobles begin to share their ideas and concerns, and you feel the seeds of collaboration starting to take root. While dissenting voices remain, they are now met with the willingness to listen and engage. By the end of the gathering, you feel a sense of accomplishment wash over you. The proposal for the council has been met with enthusiasm, and the atmosphere is charged with renewed hope. You know that this is just the beginning, but the foundation for unity has been laid. Later that evening, as you walk through the gardens with Sheba under the starlit sky, you reflect on the day's events. Today was a turning point, you say, feeling a sense of relief. The nobles are beginning to see the potential of working together. She smiles, her eyes shining with warmth. You handled the discussions with grace and conviction, Solomon. Your willingness to listen and engage is what will bring us closer together. As you stroll through the garden, you feel a deepening connection with her, a bond forged through shared purpose and understanding. The challenges ahead may still loom, but with Sheba by your side, you feel ready to face whatever comes your way. However, as you prepare for sleep that night, a troubling thought lingers in your mind. The dissenting faction may be quieter for now, but you know that there are still those who oppose your vision. The shadows of discord may not have fully retreated. In the quiet of the night, your thoughts turn to the future. You envision a kingdom where love, unity, and collaboration reign supreme. Future where the seeds of dissent are transformed into a flourishing garden of hope and shared vision. But you also recognize that the path ahead will require vigilance, courage, and unwavering commitment. With Sheba by your side, you feel ready to face whatever challenges may arise, determined to protect the vision of unity that you hold dear. As the sun rises over Jerusalem, the air is thick with anticipation. The formation of the new council has sparked a renewed sense of hope among your people, but you know there are still challenges to face. The dissenting faction, though quieter, remains a potential threat to the stability you seek to build. After dressing in your royal attire, you take a moment to gather your thoughts in the quiet of your chambers. The path to unity feels more tangible now, yet you remain acutely aware of the fragility of this moment. Today you will meet with the members of the new council for the first time, and you feel both excitement and apprehension. As you enter the council chamber, you find it bustling with activity. Representatives from both kingdoms and various segments of society are gathered, their expressions a mix of hope and uncertainty. You take a deep breath, reminding yourself of the importance of this moment. Benaiah stands beside you, his presence a reassuring anchor. Your Majesty, the council members are eager to hear your vision for this new initiative. You step forward, addressing the gathering. Esteemed members of the council, today marks a significant step in our journey toward unity and collaboration. This council will serve as a platform for all voices to be heard, ensuring that our decisions reflect the needs and aspirations of our diverse community. As you speak, you can see the interest in their eyes, the weight of responsibility palpable in the room. You outline the goals of the council: to foster collaboration, address concerns, and create policies that benefit both kingdoms. You emphasize the importance of transparency and open dialogue, encouraging members to share their thoughts freely. One representative from the merchant class raises a hand. Your Majesty, how will we ensure that the decisions made here truly reflect the needs of the people? We need to establish mechanisms for accountability. You nod, appreciating the question. I propose regular town hall meetings where citizens can voice their concerns and provide feedback on the council's decisions. This will ensure that we remain connected to the heartbeat of our community. Another noble interjects, what about cultural preservation? Many fear that our traditions will be overshadowed by foreign influence. We must safeguard our heritage. You respond earnestly, our alliance with Sheba's kingdom is not about erasing our identity, but rather enriching it. Together we can celebrate our cultures while forging a future that honors both our pasts. As the discussions unfold, you feel the energy in the room shift. More representatives begin to speak up, sharing their ideas and concerns. The atmosphere becomes charged with collaboration, and you can sense the beginnings of a collective vision taking shape. However, amidst the constructive dialogue, a familiar face from the dissenting faction stands up, a look of defiance in his eyes. This council is merely a facade. How can we trust that our voices will not be drowned out by the powerful? We need real change, not just empty promises. You take a deep breath, recognizing the importance of addressing his concerns directly. I understand your frustration, and I assure you that this council is a step toward real change. We will establish clear guidelines to ensure that every voice is valued. Let us work together to build a future that reflects our shared aspirations. As you continue to engage with the council members, you can see the power of open dialogue in action. The dissenting voices, while still present, are increasingly met with a willingness to listen and collaborate. By the end of the meeting, you feel a sense of accomplishment wash over you. Later that evening, you walk through the gardens with Sheba, the stars twinkling overhead. Today was a success, you say, feeling a sense of hope. The council is beginning to take shape, and more people are engaging in the process. She smiles, her eyes reflecting the starlight. Your ability to foster dialogue and collaboration is inspiring, Solomon. Together, we are building something meaningful. As you stroll beneath the night sky, you feel a deepening connection with her, a bond forged through shared purpose and understanding. The challenges ahead may still loom, but With Sheba by your side, you feel ready to face whatever comes your way. However, as the night deepens, a troubling thought crosses your mind. You know that the dissenting faction may not stay silent forever. Their frustrations could easily turn to actions that threaten the stability you fought so hard to build. As you prepare for sleep that night, you reflect on the journey that lies ahead. You envision a future where love, unity, and collaboration reign supreme, a future where the seeds of dissent blossom into a flourishing garden of hope and shared vision. But you also understand that the winds of change can be unpredictable. With Sheba at your side, you feel a renewed sense of determination to protect the vision of unity that you hold dear, ready to face whatever challenges may arise. As dawn breaks over Jerusalem, the atmosphere is thick with tension. The progress made with the council feels precarious, and you know that the dissenting faction has not been fully quelled. Today you anticipate a significant challenge, a confrontation that could either strengthen your resolve or unravel the unity you have fought so hard to build. After dressing in your royal robes, you prepare yourself mentally for the day ahead. You step into the gardens, the morning air crisp and fresh, yet the weight of uncertainty lingers in your heart. You gather your thoughts, reminding yourself of the importance of transparency and open dialogue. When you arrive at the council chamber, you find it filled with representatives, their expressions a mix of anticipation and apprehension. Benaiah stands beside you, his demeanor serious. Your Majesty, we have received word that the dissenting faction plans to host a large gathering today to voice their concerns more forcefully. They are calling for a boycott of the council's initiatives. Your heart sinks at the news. We cannot let this dissent fester. We must confront it head on, you reply, determination rising within you. We will hold our own gathering today to counter their message, showcasing the benefits of our alliance and the council's work. As you prepare for the gathering, you send out word to the citizens, urging them to come together to celebrate the progress made thus far and to reaffirm their commitment to unity. You know that the outcome of this day could shape the future of your kingdom. When you arrive at the square, the atmosphere is electric. Supporters of the alliance are gathered, their faces filled with hope and enthusiasm. However, on the edges of the square, you can see the dissenting faction assembling, their expressions defiant. You step forward to address the crowd, your heart pounding with anticipation. People of Jerusalem, you begin, your voice strong. Today we gather not just to celebrate our alliance, but to reaffirm our commitment to unity and collaboration. Together we can shape a future that honors our diverse cultures and aspirations. As you speak, the crowd cheers, the energy palpable. You invite Sheba to join you, knowing that her presence will resonate deeply with the audience. She steps forward, her voice confident and warm. Our partnership is a testament to what we can achieve together, Sheba proclaims. Let us not allow fear to divide us. Instead, let us embrace the opportunities that lie ahead. However, as the gathering continues, a representative from the dissenting faction steps forward, raising his voice above the crowd. This is a charade. You speak of unity while ignoring the voices of those who oppose this alliance. We demand to be heard. The crowd murmurs in response, and you can feel the tension rising. You step forward, your heart racing. I hear your concerns, you reply, your voice steady yet filled with urgency. This council is a space for all voices to be valued, including yours. Let us engage in dialogue rather than division. The dissenting noble interjects, but how can we trust that our interests will be safeguarded? We need more than words. We need action. You take a deep breath, recognizing the importance of addressing his concerns directly. I understand your frustration, and I assure you that we are committed to ensuring that every voice is heard. Let us work together to establish a framework that protects our traditions and livelihoods. The atmosphere grows charged as emotions run high. The dissenting faction begins to rally their supporters, and the tension in the air becomes palpable. You can see some of your own supporters wavering, caught between the two sides. In a moment of clarity, you turn to the dissenters. Let us not allow fear to dictate our future. We are stronger together. I invite you to join the council, to be a part of the decision-making process. Together we can create a legacy that benefits everyone. The crowd responds with mixed reactions. Some cheer, while others remain skeptical. You can feel the energy shifting, but the dissenters are determined to make their voices heard. One noble from the dissenting faction steps forward once more, his voice rising above the crowd. We will not be silenced. We demand a referendum on the alliance. The people deserve to vote on this matter. The proposal hangs in the air like a thunderclap, and the crowd erupts into chaos. Supporters and dissenters clash, their voices rising in a cacophony of conflicting emotions. You feel the weight of the moment pressing down on you, and you know that you must act decisively. Enough! You shout, your voice ringing out over the tumult. If we are to build a future together, we must do so with respect and understanding. I propose a town hall meeting where we can discuss this referendum openly. Let us give the people a platform to voice their concerns and aspirations. As the noise begins to settle, you can see some of the dissenters reconsidering. The idea of an open forum offers a glimmer of hope, a chance to engage constructively rather than destructively. Later that evening, as you retreat to your chambers, the weight of the day hangs heavy on your heart. The dissenting factions' demands for a referendum have thrown a new challenge into the mix, and you know that the path ahead will be fraught with uncertainty. As you prepare for sleep, the sounds of the night lull you into a restless slumber. In your dreams, you envision a future where love, unity, and collaboration reign supreme, a future where the shadows of discord are dispelled by the light of understanding and shared vision. But you also recognize that the winds of change can be unpredictable. With Sheba at your side, you feel a renewed sense of determination to protect the vision of unity that you hold dear, ready to face whatever challenges may arise. As the sun rises over Jerusalem, the air feels charged with possibility. The town hall meeting looms ahead, and while the demands for a referendum have created a sense of urgency, you are determined to face this challenge with courage and transparency. After gathering your thoughts, you prepare for the day, knowing that this meeting could define the future of your kingdom. As you arrive at the designated hall, a diverse crowd awaits supporters, dissenters, merchants, and common citizens, all eager to express their thoughts. You step to the front, heart racing, and address the assembly. People of Jerusalem, today we come together not just to discuss an alliance, but to reflect on our shared future. I invite every voice to be heard, for it is through dialogue that we can build a brighter tomorrow. The crowd listens attentively, and you notice both hope and skepticism in their eyes. You invite Sheba to speak, knowing that her presence will resonate with the audience. Our partnership is a testament to what we can achieve together, she begins, her voice steady and warm. Let us not allow fear to divide us. Instead, let us embrace the opportunities that lie ahead. As the meeting progresses, citizens begin to voice their concerns. Some express fears about losing their cultural identity, while others share hopes for economic growth and collaboration. You listen intently, encouraging open dialogue and ensuring that every voice is valued. A representative from the dissenting faction stands up, raising the demand for a referendum once more. We need to ensure that our voices are heard. A vote will give us the assurance we seek. You take a deep breath, recognizing the weight of their request. I understand your concerns, and I am committed to ensuring that every voice is valued. Therefore, I propose that we hold a referendum, not just on the alliance, but on the future direction of our council. This way, every citizen can contribute to the decisions that shape our lives. The room goes quiet for a moment as your words sink in. Slowly, you can see nods of agreement from some in the crowd, and the atmosphere shifts. The idea of a referendum, combined with the chance for open dialogue, feels like a step toward genuine collaboration. As the meeting concludes, you feel a renewed sense of hope. The citizens of Jerusalem are beginning to engage with the vision of unity and collaboration that you and Sheba have fought for. While challenges remain, the seeds of understanding have been sown. In the days that follow, the excitement builds around the upcoming referendum. Citizens discuss the implications of the alliance, and the council becomes a platform for meaningful engagement. You witness the power of collaboration and open dialogue, and you feel optimistic about the future. On the day of the referendum, the atmosphere in Jerusalem is electric. Citizens gather to cast their votes, and as the results are announced, a wave of relief washes over you. The majority have chosen to support the alliance, affirming the vision of unity you have worked so hard to cultivate. As you stand before your people, gratitude fills your heart. Thank you for your voices, your courage, and your commitment to our shared future. Together, we have taken a monumental step toward collaboration and peace. Later that evening, as you walk through the gardens with Sheba, you feel a profound sense of connection. Today was a triumph, you say, your heart light. We have embraced the voices of our people and forged a path forward together. She smiles, her eyes shining with warmth. This is just the beginning, Solomon. Together we can create a legacy that honors both our kingdoms. Under the starlit sky, you envision a future filled with hope, unity, and collaboration. The shadows of discord have receded, replaced by the light of understanding and shared vision. With Sheba by your side, you feel ready to face whatever challenges may arise, knowing that together you can build a kingdom where love and unity reign supreme. As you prepare for sleep that night, you drift off with a heart full of hope, knowing that a new dawn has arrived for Jerusalem, a dawn filled with promise and possibility.